Shit.
Hold up. We live? We live?
We're live.
What up, everybody? It's your boy Bush back again with another one. Got them horns, you know what I mean? You see EST in the building.
Already.
B-Rad, you know, the Bull Light Originals up in this bitch. Feel me? You know, hope everybody's enjoying their night and everything else. You know, we chilling. You might have to excuse me because I'm a little loopy off to some things that I ain't gonna talk about now. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, man, they try to say our show is about, you know, the mess and putting down brothers and all that type of shit, you know, whatever. But we're gonna try to expand, you know, a little more because these dudes right here, they smart as hell. They ain't no average Joes, and their opinions is crazy, and they got a lot to say. So we're gonna expand it out a little bit, and we're gonna talk about other topics too before we get into the mess, because we always gonna get into the mess. You better believe that. Yeah, man.
My camera. What's going on with this?
What's wrong? You having technical difficulties?
Nah, like I've been trying to get my camera going. It won't go on. I don't
yeah, right. It was just on. Oh no, it wasn't. Anyway, you feel me? Let's start off on this note. You know, this world, a lot of crazy shit going on. Oh, there you go. There you go.
There we go. All right. Yeah, the mouse wouldn't work. I had to use Control E to make it work, but it worked.
From the war in Ukraine to this to that, all kind of crazy shit going on. You see, I got a post up there, a picture. You know, Haiti, crazy country, powerful. We're gonna pray for Haiti, but you know, right now the gangsters got it going crazy. The death toll just passed 1,500 of innocent people. The kids can't go to school. These dudes is running wild. You know what I mean? Just shooting up everything. Basically, that's what it seems like. When you're looking at the news and stuff, Haiti is just going crazy, man. They got this dude Barbecue, who he must have a death wish. But he been a gangster forever. Because I know about him way back in the day before this shit went down. But my thing is, you know, I don't feel like the aid is there for as far as America. We don't really give a damn about what's going on over there. And I feel like with other places, we stepping in quick and we shut it down, neutralize the situation. I never seen no situation like that. Well, in Africa and certain third world countries, yeah, I could understand. But like, where, come on, man, the gangsters took over the whole country and they killing shit. Well, why ain't we more involved in what's going on with Haiti? You know.
Well, I mean, Jesus, Haiti's a pretty fucking long story, to be honest. It's first, I just want to say it's a tragedy what's going on there. It's awful. It really is awful. Like, it's a lot of good people. I know a lot of people who come and grew up in Haiti and now live here in New York. But yeah, it's wild. I mean, basically it stems back to they're the first slave nation. Basically, they were Haiti was.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
You ain't about to tell us about no slave history.
You want to tell it?
Let me tell it, okay?
Go for it.
In a nutshell, basically, okay, first slave ports, they rebelled against the French, overthrew them, and ever since then, you know, the nation's got a grudge against them. They're not going to listen. The U.S. does not get anything politically from helping Haiti.
No, but do you know why? Do you know why they're constantly poor in Haiti? Because they struck a deal with France. It's a 140-year deal where they're getting fucked.
Haiti's no different from Africa, to where anytime there's any resources, they're going to extract it. It happened to Bob Marley when they was in Jamaica. The JLP and the NLP, it's the same shit. But the thing is, they don't have no infrastructure like how we have it over here set up. If you ask me, let the people rule. The people are going to choose who better. Now, as far as all the killing and all this stuff, it's genocide. Genocide happens within every tribe.
100%. What I was gonna say is that they're the first slave nation that freed themselves and became completely independent and autonomous on their own. They're the first and only who ever did that. They went to war, stood up for themselves, and they took their country back. The only problem is they did strike a deal with France because France was the ones who were controlling them and had them enslaved that they broke away from. But they did broker a deal with them. But the thing is they got a shit deal, and it's been 140 years of poverty, and they're never going to get out of it because they just give all their money to France, and they're still just getting raped in this deal that they cannot get out of, and that's why they are forever in poverty there. But
a lot of people, there's a lot of conspiracies surrounding Haiti. Like all the earthquakes and all the natural disasters, they say it's
they've been
somebody
getting crushed lately.
You know what I mean? They saying they're not natural. Basically, there's a conspiracy about that. Oh, there's curse, there's voodoo, all this type of stuff. You know what I mean? Oh,
anything, it's DARPA.
Black magic. Like, come on, man, that's ridiculous. Basically, like, look at Ukraine, how we stepped in, and tried to do. I don't see really nothing happening with Haiti. What do we do over there? You know what I mean?
Well, you know what, America, and it sucks to say because American citizens, Americans, people would absolutely help out. But the problem is our government's the one with the money, and they're the one who call the shots. And Haiti doesn't have anything to take, so we have no interest in helping them. Whereas if they had oil deposits, we'd be there in a second. But as me and Bush were discussing prior to that, there is actually something of great value there in Haiti. But the problem is they won't let anybody get to it. And what that is iridium. Now, iridium is a very, very valuable metal. It's a very precious metal. But the reason why it's so valuable and precious is because iridium is not found naturally on Earth. It doesn't come from Earth. There is none of it on Earth. The only way it gets here is through meteors and asteroids. And a gigantic asteroid millions and millions of years ago slammed into what is now Haiti.
Haiti been getting hit.
That's a natural resource. They're looking at it as a natural resource, man. I mean,
it is now, but it doesn't. It's not naturally forming. But they literally have a mountain that is that is completely made of iridium, and that's what this asteroid was. The only thing is like America did try to get our hands on it back in the 70s. However, the only thing is we actually do have a consistent barracks of Marines stationed there, I believe, or U.S. soldiers. Maybe now it's UN, but I think it was U.S. who specifically guard that mountain because that is their only form of like.
Listen, let's be honest. Let's be honest. They already fracking. Why you think it's earthquakes all the time there? Because they're fracking. They're drilling. They're extracting. Come on, man. Like they've been doing it there, and that's why they're guarding it. Because they're going around you to drill and frack. If they do it here, they're gonna do it there.
Of course.
And it's breaking the country. But at the end of the day, listen, I feel sorry for Haiti. But look, this is America. We got our own problem. We got balloons flying around.
My thing is with Haiti. What are they fighting for? What the gangsters want? They want to take over. What do they want? Is there something specific?
They just want to take over.
Yeah, but what the gangsters are going to do is they're not going to play the game politically, which they need to do with import exports. That's what Haiti need, and they need to distribute and have a contract with somebody. Look, we're going to distribute through this. It ain't just don't come in here and take our natural resources. Let's embargo imports, exports. That's what needs to build the country up. Then when you get some investors in there, some NFL players try to do it, but they can't do it by themselves because they up against nations, bro.
But
that's the problem. Businesses are not going to show up. Big business isn't going to show up and open up there because it's constant turmoil. The government just can never get it together. This, not the current president, but the previous president was assassinated.
They killed his ass.
They murdered him. Now the new guy, he just ran off. He got chased out. I mean, you have these mobs of gangsters, and it's wild. I was saying before,
look, we need to stop that. The government that they're trying. The government they're trying to put in place, those are the gangsters.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
The people are the ones who are fighting for their resource. Now, the media is always going to be on this person's side and call them gangsters.
Of course.
I dig it. I could dig it. And my question was about to ask, is it a bad thing what they're doing? Because every revolution you need is casualties, you need drastic.
Yes and no. Yes and
absolutely. No. What it is it's a transition of power. And anytime there's a transition of power, it's going to be bloody. Nobody's going to hand it over. There has to be fighting in the street. What I'm saying is, are these guys like this gentleman Barbecue? If he does overthrow their current government and take over, is he going to install a real working, real deal government? No, exactly. But you know what? The government he's trying to overthrow right now is corrupt as fuck. After the earthquakes and all that, we gave him something like.
And this is going to be a tail end sign right here. I'm sorry to cut you off. This is going to be a tail end sign. Whoever they send in to fix things was the people who was invested in the first place.
Of course, because they're going to try to get back what they're going to lose.
Yeah, basically.
But basically, like I was saying before, like America is not just going to send our troops down there and stabilize it, which we could do overnight. But the reason we won't do it is there's nothing to exploit there, with the exception of the iridium.
And
Exactly.
most Americans wouldn't be with that anyway. You know what I mean? But at the same time, man,
Yeah,
barbecue.
but do they
that's a-
listen to what we say? No.
no,
Like,
of course not. That's true.
you know,
That's true.
they do what they want to do with our money, and then we're the ones who suffer it. The world hates us, the citizens, yet we don't have any fucking say.
I would like to. Hey, I would love for somebody Haitian to tap in on this subject because I want to know what the people of Haiti feel. Are they behind this? Obviously, they wouldn't be behind the killings, but at the same time, I don't think they like the way their country was being ran for all these years. You know what I mean? With the corruptness and the money that once the money come into play, then the corruption, and you got some dirty dudes. Why did they kill the president in the first place? He must have been real vicious.
Because the distribution of funds, like they have one of the lowest poverty, right, like highest poverty when it comes to that. Like, bro, they living off 5 cents a day damn near. Some of the locals, man.
It's like 50%
crazy.
unemployment or something like that out there.
Yeah,
I wish
it's
I had
like-
known we were going to get into it like this. I have a ton of people I could
Nah,
have
but
called
shit,
and tell us exactly what's going on there.
we living it right now, though. We living it right now.
No, I'm
We
talking
can-
about people I know that grew up in Haiti and go back there every year. Like
okay.
I live right next door to a town that is primarily Haitian. Like that, I have a ton of really good friends that are Haitian that grew up there.
And guess what?
Yeah.
And guess what? You're gonna hear prayers for Israel. You're gonna hear prayers for such and such.
everywhere else.
They're not gonna Ukraine. They're not gonna say prayers for Haiti. They're not
Well,
gonna
no,
do
they
it.
they tried
Check
some
this
bullshit
out.
5 years ago saying that Haiti was like a great place to go. They had celebrities wearing these shirts like Haiti, like Haiti's been great. Like
Let me
all
tell
this
you why
shit,
they
but,
fucked
like
though.
it's bullshit.
Let me tell you why they fucked. Because when the shit happened to Puerto Rico, we wasn't doing it for Puerto Rico.
No,
That's
we didn't
United
even help
States.
them, and they're part of the United States.
Exactly. So they fucked.
But
Yeah,
what's
but-
also to be said is look at Dominican Republic. Dominican Republic is just fine.
Right
They're on
next
the
door
same
to
island. They're on the same island
You know why though? You know why?
because they deal with America.
Because they got that Spaniard that they
Well,
yeah.
but also they have a government that is like friendly towards America. You know, what I mean? Like,
colonized by different people.
Haiti wants to be autonomous. Haiti does not want to like be controlled by America. That's why like every time we come into a place that has problems, they either have something that we want to exploit. So we come in, we mop up the war, or we start a war. Then we install a puppet government that fucks with America, basically does whatever America wants to do, employs democracy, and then we exploit their natural resources. You can't do that in Haiti. Plus, like I said, they were a slave nation who revolted and became autonomous and took over their own country, just like
That's
America
true.
had done against the British.
that.
See, but this is the
They
thing
hate
though.
They're never gonna allow us to come in now and take away what they fought for.
This the flip of the coin though. It's looking like that people would have done better under oppression and then developed and came out that way. But once you try to overturn and you ain't got no plan and y'all
That's how
doing
it
worse
works.
than what you
Right.
was when you would have. It's like, what's the point of that?
No, there's not.
You
Look,
used
it
to say
would
we
absolutely-
autonomous. That's just like a person who want to ride around and rims on his car, but you ain't got nowhere to go. It's like, okay,
Yeah, exactly.
you got rims, but
Yeah, but that's like a pimp with a bunch of hoes. You feel me? And the hoe feel like, oh, she want to go do her thing, go to school, do whatever she got to do, struggle to make it in life. And the pimp is doing everything he can to make her look at it like, oh, I should have stayed with him. I should have stayed getting pimped out. You feel me? Doing
Yeah.
whatever he can to make her feel like she made the wrong choice. It's better with me. You know what I mean? That's how I'm looking at it. It's like and really, we were so happy when we talk about Haiti. I got Haitian, my family have my sisters, you know, 2 of them, you know what I mean? I got Haitian family, my stepsisters, you know what I mean? And they're proud of the fact that, you know, what's that guy's name? I forgot his name, man.
his name John Baptiste.
Yeah, something like that. When they came
Yeah.
through and how they fought off these motherfuckers, and they the only ones that did that. It's a pride
Yeah.
that they have with them.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
That's why they would never let America come in and like, you know, basically be not subjugated, but you know what I mean, like be.
Nah,
be
you hit it
like
on
an
the head,
American
B-Rad.
friendly government.
You hit it on the head when you said there's nothing to extract from it, so that's why we not fucking with it. It's like,
That's
what
what
do
I'm
we
saying.
stand to gain to get out of it?
That's what I'm saying. But even if
Like
even if we
Ukraine?
did, No, go
Ukraine is
ahead.
bringing in that oil. They bringing in tech. They doing stuff for us. You know
well,
what I'm
not
saying?
only
So it's
that,
like,
what it really is, aside from Ukraine, why Russia wants it back is because they have a warm water port, and warm water ports open all year round. Russia, other than Ukraine, Russia's only port is up north, and that freezes half the year, so they
it
can't
shuts
use it.
down.
But what the real big thing with the Ukraine is that most people don't even discuss or even know about is what we've set up with them is that, once they win the war, we're going to have like almost complete access to their growing land. They grow something about like 75 to 80% of the world's grain. And people don't know that.
Israel. They're going to be our Israel.
That's going to be our food. We're going to take that from them. It's valuable, and that's the deal. That's the deal we've worked out with them is that we're going to get a lot of that grain, and that grain literally feeds the world.
I'm gonna speak to you all. I'm gonna speak to you off the record when we get off. About some shit with them because you already know what's going on with them.
Facts, but if we want to get into the Haitian thing, like the Haiti thing, like I'll call one of my boys and. I guarantee you can tell us everything we wouldn't know about it.
Yeah, it's sad, man. It's sad, but
it's awful. It's terrible.
But listen. Listen. This is what I wanted to say, and I want this to hit home.
Okay.
I want everybody to see what's going on, and I want you to get ready for that.
What's that?
What's going on over there?
You talk about some gun shit? You North Carolina?
Nah, bro. I'm talking about. Just get ready for that. We too caught up on the comfort and luxuries. Like this shit is forever. It's not.
No, it's not. No.
We are a day away from them. We are a day away from them.
Yep.
Don't let this luxury fool you.
No, all this stuff you see that goes on around the world, people think in America like that's so not going to happen to us. Look, we've been a nation for 200 years. We've been a nation for 200 years. We have crazy problems right now.
Like that. And it's done.
You know what's happening?
America is literally fucking like 6 meals. What is it? 9 meals away from eating itself alive. Meaning, if the grocery stores go empty and there is no trucking bringing our food into grocery stores,
look, we ain't even gonna go down that route.
No, but I'm just saying, within 3 days, your neighbors are going to be shooting you for a loaf of bread. So, like, America is not.
We got to realize what made America the superpower. Not to get into that and go too deep, is the slavery. You know what I mean? The free labor made America so powerful, you know what I mean? Because they was able to do things because they didn't have to spend money on all this infrastructure, all of this shit. That's one of the reasons why. And then another reason is the viciousness because, who built this country? Come on, they real thugs, real gangsters, you know what I mean? Obviously. But
look,
just like everything else, it'll come together when we talk about powerful people like Diddy or whatever else. As times change, you know what I mean? And the run out, like we ain't gonna be the most powerful country forever. That's how I go. You feel me? That shit is wearing off now. You know what I mean? And now the piper, you have to pay the piper. I love America. I'm American.
It's not too late.
EST, I want to touch on what you just said. It's not too late. Look, America was founded by true, honest, tough, hard people. They did not.
That's not true.
They listen. No, what?
That's not true.
You gotta let me finish what I'm saying.
Bro, hold on. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna give you one part.
What's wrong when you said honest? That's what you.
No, I'm gonna give you one part, and I'm gonna go. They were sent here to build, and they stole it from the people who told them to go do it. That ain't honorable right there.
That's what I was getting at. You're not.
You're making hard working, honest people.
What I was saying is they most certainly did not do everything right. But what they did do was they backed away and they challenged Britain, who was the greatest nation on earth with the greatest military ever. They didn't want their foot on their neck, so they stopped paying their taxes. They sent their insanely powerful military here, the greatest military arguably ever at that time. Came here and were defeated by a bunch of bandits running around in the woods, and we kicked them off this land. Now, obviously, they were not, I didn't mean great men. What I meant was they definitely made mistakes, but you also have to, to understand.
Great is relative.
You have to understand what it was. That was the time then.
True.
I didn't mean honest. I meant like honest, like Americans. Like it was in their heart to be free, and I mean truly free. But they had a lot of fucking issues and a lot of problems. But that was the time then. And to be honest,
man, land your plane. Listen, they were scumbags. They were scumbag fuckers.
Oh, absolutely.
Who over time produced a good product.
Exactly, because people progressed and they fucking saw what was going on. They saw the wrongs. They saw that there were some really good things and some really bad things. And as time went on, they attempted to get better and better and better. Nobody was perfect. But yeah, the people.
Okay, let's not get away from my point, man. Let's not get away from my point. Look, we all can do better. We all need to become patriots, bro, because that's what's gonna make
that's
the country
what I was
stronger.
trying to get at. That we're coming back to it. People are starting to open their eyes and starting to see what's really going on in this country. How we're being lied to, we're being abused, we're being pitted against each other. We have to have national pride again. We're all Americans, regardless. And I don't know, like what I was saying before, like we watch the news and it looks like America's burning to the ground and everybody hates each other. But you go outside and the people you talk to, that's not really what's really going on. They're just they're taking a really, really magnified problem, a small problem, magnifying it and making and pitting people against each other, making you believe our country is done for. That's not the case at all. People need to wake up, realize that we're all Americans, we're all brothers and sisters, and it's us against the world because, man, everybody's trying to get at us, but the citizens need to wake the fuck up.
All right,
we need to do something about our government.
Hold on. Let me address this comment. First and for all, I appreciate you for watching. Right. But look, we had a talk before. we have to tell them the land is plain. So if I interrupt them, that's all that is. But look, how am I disrespecting them? But you call them a white boy.
Oh, I don't give a fuck about that. That's true.
That ain't disrespect.
No, but you can address him by his name.
Yeah, but that don't disrespect me. I mean, that doesn't upset me.
But listen, I'm not gonna call you a white boy, but cutting you off is disrespectful. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, let's get back to Haiti, though. Let's get back to Haiti.
My man, EST, holding it down.
Every other country had help from slave labor, and I ain't just getting into the American slave, whatever else. Everywhere, slavery with everybody. But Haiti, a place that's so proud of being, they didn't really have that. So maybe they're catching up, Later it's gonna come back around, but they truly still free, Except besides that shit with France or whatever. But like you gotta, life is a race, not even a race, a marathon. And I think Haiti, the people are so strong, and what's going on is gotta happen. I think there's a reason for what's going on, you know what I mean? And I got faith in Haiti for sure. You know what I mean?
They're proud people. They're proud of the fact that they stood up for themselves and that they are still to this day the only nation that did that. It's amazing. It's something to be proud of. They just need to get a government that cannot be corrupt, like so corrupt and just like on point. I don't know how it's gonna get done. I'm not a fucking politician, but
all right, let me let Mace drop some science on this. Mace Flow caller from prison. Macy, about the gangsters taking over in Haiti, 1,500 people dead, you know what I mean? And it's just going crazy out there. Give a little 2 cents. Hold up.
Yeah, Mace Flow.
Yeah, touch on that a little bit, Mace.
Say it again.
The thing in Haiti, what's going on in Haiti? The gangsters took over the country. They killing everything out there. What you think about that? You know what I mean? We praying for Haiti right now.
That's crazy. You feel me? Like, damn, gangs is taking over the world. You feel me? A lot of people, that's messed up. You feel me? Like, what? Oh, Daryl? Yeah. But I feel bad for that situation though, on the real.
Yeah, I feel bad for the women and children there. They're the ones that are gonna suffer the most. It's atrocious.
But Mace, you don't think things happen for a reason, and a revolution can't just, gotta be casualties and things like that.
Nah, things do happen for a reason. I believe things happen for a reason, but you feel me? Like I hope, like that's crazy. Gangs is reaching foreign countries like that.
Not American. I'm talking about just Haitian gangsters. They taking over out there. They crazy. It ain't like Crips and Bloods.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, they got Haitian guerrillas. That patrol the land. You feel me? Like they kidnap you. You feel me? Arrest them. You feel me? And, so,
you sound bad. Something going on with your phone, but yeah, we about to get off this Haiti topic. I just want to touch on that a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll come back on another show and really get into that proper.
Yeah, for sure. But we praying for Haiti. You heard? EST,
for sure.
You down in South Carolina? maybe
Nah,
James.
north.
North.
I would never live in South Carolina.
You know, when I travel down south, you know, you go through Baltimore to DC because I'm always down there. You know, VA, all that type of stuff. And then next is North Carolina, going down south, and you want to travel down that I-95. You know, man, like this ship, yo, this crazy as hell. Where did this ship come from? Like, what the fuck happened? What are they saying that's happening? They said the people, because I seen the video, and right before it hit the bridge, it looked like the electricity went out on the boat. Am I tripping or what?
Twice.
So electricity
Nah,
went
it
out.
was, you know, like on the bridge, they got the light up under it. You know what I'm saying? On the post. So he hit, you know, the nose will stick out, so it hit that post and broke that. But man, you gotta be some kind of stupid, bro. You gotta be some kind of stupid.
Well, check it out. I mean, I heard a pretty solid description of what happened because basically this is what happened. So you can see it. The lights go out, right? They were having engine problems. They immediately put out an SOS call. That's why you can see there was a couple cars, only a small amount of cars going over it. And then all of a sudden there were no more cars traveling over. That's because the police were able to stop traffic before people were able to get on the bridge. So they put the call out immediately as soon as the engines failed. You see the lights go out. Then all of a sudden you see a big black plume of dust come out of the smokestack. The engines kicked back on. The lights come back on for a second. When they did that, they went full reverse. When that happens and you go full reverse in a boat, especially a very large boat, the boat's going to list and turn to one side. It happened to turn to port side. They also happen to dump the port side anchor to try to stop the boat. So when that all happens, the boat starts to turn to the right. And when that happened, the lights went out again, the power went off again, and then it kicked back on. But by that time, it's way too late. They're moving at 8 knots. That ship is huge and super heavy, and it takes a lot of power to move it. But it's doing 8 knots. It was never going to stop. Even on a small boat, a 22-foot fishing boat, like I'm fishing on every summer, it takes time just to turn that boat and to stop that boat. Even if you stop it completely, there are no brakes. You have to go in reverse. But when you do that, it is going to turn it. And between that and putting down the port side anchor to try to stop it, it's going to turn it a little bit. And the bridge, you know, it's a big bridge, but that boat is extremely wide. To make it through that narrow space under the bridge is pretty difficult. So it just turned and it hit that embankment and just dropped the whole thing. Plus, ships like that are automated. They run off of computers. So that's why everybody's saying, oh, it was hacked and it's terrorism. That's bullshit. First off, they don't come out of the harbor on computers. In fact, the regular ship captain isn't even driving. They have local captains that drive the boats in and out from port because it's such a busy area. It has to go under 2 bridges, and normally they have tugboat assistance. However, it's law that they don't need tug assistance to go beneath that bridge, but they have local captains who all they do is drive these gigantic freighter ships in and out of their port until they get to open water. Then that captain gets off on another boat and the real captain takes over and proceeds on their journey. Look, accidents happen. It's a shit thing that happened. It certainly wasn't on purpose. Could it have been a terrorist thing? It could be, but I truly doubt it. Accidents
was it terrorist? Happen. Was it incompetence or was it malfunctioning? I think
it was a malfunction. Because the guy who's driving does it all day, every day. That's his job. That's all they do. They drive in and out, and that's it. That's it.
But did somebody fall asleep or some dumb shit like that? I get drunk.
They just left port. I mean, you see the lights go out. You know that's engine power. They lost power twice. You see the lights go out, and they did everything to get it back on. Plus, this happened. You watch it. It happened in like 30 seconds. You can't turn a fucking boat that size in 30 seconds. You can't turn a 22-foot Grady White in 30 seconds.
Oh, we got a call. Hold on, yo.
The good thing was it happened at 1:30 in the morning, and there was nobody on the bridge except for those poor construction workers.
Was there any casualties?
8 or 7 or 8 so far.
It was all the Spanish guys that was working on the bridge.
You could see the flashing lights. It was a road crew filling potholes, but the police were able to stop traffic based on the SOS call. Shit just happened.
Somebody. Oh, there you go.
Nah, I appreciate the context, man, because I ain't know all that as far as engine failure.
You live with on Bullite. Turn your background down, whoever that is. Hold up. What's going on? You hear me? Yeah, I'll get it together, y'all. I'm sorry. Yeah. And shout out to Off the Line TV. He said it's his first time here. Appreciate you. You feel me? But okay, yeah, we touched on this shit. That's because we feel the traffic, not even to go into that because that's insensitive, but things like this is so catastrophic that it's gonna affect everything. That bridge was important. And I feel for the people in Baltimore, you know what I mean? A lot of people probably can't get to work or this or that. Yo, crazy shit.
The good thing is it is a backup route. That's not the main route out of the city. That's the backup route. That's like, when there's too much traffic, people take that. But just thank God that it happened at 1:30 in the evening and not 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon when the traffic's backed up and you got thousands of people on the bridge.
That's a fact. Hold on, y'all. Hey, hello. You live with Bullite? You there?
Yeah, I'm here. You guys hear me?
Yeah, definitely. How you doing? You been tuning into the show?
I try to tap in whenever I can.
Nice.
Just wanted to let y'all know, keep on doing what y'all doing. You guys are great. Love the passion. Love the different point of views. You guys have the power to inspire and uplift. So share your message with confidence. Keep on doing what y'all doing.
We appreciate it.
Appreciate it. that was a good message. I like that.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you for calling. Thanks for tapping in.
Positivity. That's what we need.
Thank you.
Have a good night. See, that's what we need. Positivity and respect, man. It doesn't take much effort to just be a decent person these days. It really doesn't.
Well, we don't have to do that neither. Fuck it. We can do the other shit too.
You want to do the other shit? All right.
We definitely need to get into it about these dirt.
Yeah, exactly. He want to do the other shit. Look what we're going to get into then. First of all, his hero. All right, let me play this.
Fuck you with this.
So the people could get some context about this. Gillie the Kid's son, Cheese, he was an aspiring rapper. He passed away, he got murdered tragically. We all know about Philly and how crazy it is out there. Bro. Him and Charleston White been having Gillie and Charleston been having some back and forth. You feel me? But the reason why we talking about this now, because the links that Charleston will go to fucking, I guess, to get viral or whatever. You ain't gonna tell me that that's not behind this, because he can't be that mad or that hurt or that upset to say some foul shit like this. But I want y'all to hear this first, and we're gonna talk about it. I want to hear EST's excuse for this bullshit.
I'm gonna call my son. You gotta go to the graveyard. Say, look, this is what my kids give me for Father's Day. Gillie, say Gillie, money back up single. Say, money back up single. I'm sorry. Say, listen, I'm gonna call my boy, because you can't call yours. You got to do this. Oh, I miss my son. I don't miss my, I'm gonna call mine right there. Hold on, let me call my son. Because I'm gonna do this, because Gillie can't call here. Oh, goddamn son. Hello. What's up, Mijo? What's up, Dan? What you doing? Oh, okay. You gotta go to work today? No. Oh. Okay. I'll talk to you later. Okay, I gotta go pick up my merchandise out of Houston today. Oh, okay. So you can go out of town? Oh, yeah. Just eating.
You get into the mess, yo.
I'm ready to finish with your car yet? Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
We're gonna get into the mess.
All right, well, I'll talk to you later. Okay. All right, later. All right, you too. All right. Say, Gillie, wouldn't you want to hear your son voice just one more time? You too busy trying to play street and
it's frenzy almost.
Remember how you and Wallow cried? Oh, my son. Man, you talking about snitching. You goddamn right I'm a law-abiding citizen. That's why your son unalive.
See, the lengths that these dudes will go for the clout, whatever, but at the same time, when you call a man a snitch, they go crazy too. Look at Finesse 2 times. He said, "Oh, we need to start killing these bloggers." You know what I mean? Because his name getting dragged all through the mud for the ratting and telling that he did. He over with. Ain't no real gangster, no real nigga listening to him at all no more. 1090 Jake did a number on him. But like I said, when them allegations about ratting come out, these dudes, they get drastic. Charleston White, why was he so offended by being called a rat when he's a proud guy, you know, proud about what he believes in as far as calling the police? He always brag about it. He say he with the feds. He loved the police. Why did he get so offended to take those, you know, that low? I don't like the way they pushing the envelope with the internet. And you got old niggas doing super disrespectful shit. Same shit that he was talking about Chicago for doing, as far as talking about the dead and things like that. And this motherfucker here, man, just for the clout, like, what the fuck is up with him, man? I want to slap him for Gilly. I want to beat him up for Gilly, tell you the truth. But I know everybody gonna talk their shit. Nobody, y'all think I'm just talking. I'll take the mace and come at him like a damn gorilla. But go ahead, man. What y'all think about this shit, man? It's crazy.
He's a grade A scumbag. Like, you know, he just is. Like, I've always said that I don't really fuck with him. He's made a couple points that I agree with, and I thought he was right on a few things. But overall, I've always maintained that he's just a clout chaser. He's always looking to cash in on like scumbag shit. He's just depraved and everything like that. Like, I don't know, man. He said he's in it to like help people, but he's in it for money, and he has no boundaries, no limits, and no respect.
No limits.
Look, whether or not somebody gets at him like in life, or if he lives to be 90 years old and dies of natural cause in his sleep and has a peaceful time, either way, he's going to be judged one day by God, and he's going to have a lot to answer for. And that's the bottom line.
I mean, some people will say he got the right to hit below the belt if he got attacked and he's his back against the wall. He got the right to do whatever he want to do verbally. Some people will believe that. Some people say, "Oh, words ain't shit. He could say whatever he wanted about my kid. He don't know my son, whatever." Some people will go on that note. You feel me? But my issue is he was always criticizing the youth for how they talk about smoking on the dead and everything else. That was one of his main campaign issues. And now look at him. You an old ass dude with kids, and that was just worse than, you know what I mean? Because I ain't even your enemy or your op or nothing like that. You just basically want to talk, you know what I mean? So that I don't know which one is worse. This dude. Well,
if he's so righteous about, you know, doing the right thing and you know, being with the cops and like being on the right side of the law and all that, then it's like, how can you justify saying the shit that you say about and to people? Like, regardless, like, talk about someone's dead son, like, yeah, that's a real like heroic thing to do. Like, that's what good people do, right? Yeah, bullshit. That's what people do when they're chasing for money.
Period.
That's it. That's money to him. That's it.
That's a fact.
He's trash.
I don't agree. I don't condone him saying that about Gilly's son. But outside of Gilly, right? What he's saying is the culture and music. We can't put one child above the next because one is a kid or of a celebrity or a celebrity themselves. It's in the music, it's in the culture all the time. When they say smoking on Tuka, who do you think they talking about?
So that was his point. That's the point.
No. That wasn't his point towards that. He made this point long time ago. Don't pinpoint me about what I say about one person when it's all in the culture and the music, and you don't say nothing when your favorite artist talking about it.
Right.
He talking about somebody's son.
Oh, he's 100% right in that. No,
okay, so we can't pick and choose. We can't pick and choose.
I'm not cool with all the people talking that shit either. But then again, these are fucking young.
We got to see the bigger picture, though. We got to see the bigger picture.
But these are young on one individual. But these are young, uneducated gangbanger rappers versus a grown fucking man who knows better and is educated.
And let me say this: him and Gilly been at it for a long time. If anybody been following it, they know Gilly done said something about him. So we know if you say something about Charleston White online and you already are a celebrity and you up here, what you think?
Well, you know what you're going to get into, sure.
But guess what?
Okay,
so if something happened, God forbid, to Charleston White's son, there's no way in hell Gilly will ever stoop to that scumbag level. You feel me?
There are rules to warfare.
Yeah, and what we do here is
look what Boosie say about him.
What he say?
He said all sorts of shit about him.
He ain't say nothing. He said, "I ain't got nothing to say about Charleston White, man. They told me not to say nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing about him."
Yeah,
he talk about Boosie's son.
He talk about Boosie's son. He talk about he gonna get the FBI on Boosie. Boosie ain't saying nothing because he knows.
He said he was gonna kill his kid.
To that with you.
He
I'm
said
not
he was
about to
gonna
get in
kill
there with you.
Boosie's kid, didn't he?
He's the police. Who the fuck? What
He
gangster?
said a bunch of stuff, but this is the thing. Don't okay now. He said that now we okay. That's true. But the music and the culture say it every day, and we don't say nothing about them or attack them.
Okay,
So let's
but
not pick and choose.
I've openly said I don't vibe with drill music.
Expend it,
I
but
don't
I'm
like
saying
it.
expend your energy calling
It's
everybody
ruining
else a
culture.
scumbag
that's
too.
not picking and choosing.
Oh, I
when
do.
you got-
It's ruining the culture.
Yeah, it is.
Remember we
Yeah,
had
it
that
is.
conversation?
though.
Remember
Because
how we had
it
that conversation? How
drill
right now,
music represents a certain element, and these guys, these rappers, they represent gangster street life, all that type of shit. You know what I mean? Charleston White is representing. He wants to represent a comedian, a clean guy, you know, that's here for the community and all that type of shit. But at the same time, you know, an officer of the law and all this shit. But he want to move like a gangster, and he get mad when they call him a snitch. That's not picking and choosing. When you see somebody that's running around saying, "I'm a cop, I fuck with the police," you know, fronting like you're an activist, a community, whatever you might be, but then you turn around and do some scumbag shit and run in your mouth about the dead kid and all this type of shit.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's the difference. He's not his op. They're not killing each other in the street. These kids really got blood, you know, they got dead people. That's why they going at these other people, because they, you know what I mean, they've been started before they was even born. You know what I mean? These kids, the GDs and all them gangs is old as fuck. These kids just was born into the shit, the oppie shit. But they do have people that got killed, and they have the, you know, when you got family that got killed, you're gonna say mean shit. Yeah, fuck it. You killed my cousin. Fuck your cousin, your dead cousin. We smoking on him.
Yep.
Now Charleston White, what
children.
reason does he have to talk like that?
Nothing. He's just
Because-
chasing money. But
because
also,
why
these are
you
children.
think-
Go ahead.
They're children. These are children that are
All
talking
right,
this
let him
crazy
listen.
shit.
I'm asking EST this question though.
Go ahead.
No, I'm saying he's one man on the internet. The culture and the music is the culture and the music. Which one do you hold the blame to? This is the same argument about when they were saying rappers, the kids is influenced by the rappers. Who got more influence, the parent or the entertainer?
EST, because you know Charleston White has a big influence, and people listen to him, and when he talk, motherfuckers listen. He's not one man. He's he come with a whole soldiers like you, like Smack from Back on Fig, like a bunch of people that support his movement.
Smacky,
They
man.
feel like, you know, so it ain't like he's one man. This internet shit go crazy. You know what I mean?
Look, I don't stand with him with the immoral shit, right? The immoral shit, the shit that I wouldn't do. No, but I do see my grandpa morals and character and my great grandpa morals and character when I hear him and I see how he move and talk. We can't deny that. You know what I'm saying? But that's just what it is, and that's what I relate to. Now I can't stand with I can't hold his shit while he pissed. You know what I'm saying? No. It's a bunch of great men who had great movements, but that don't mean you coincide with the stuff he pillow talk with or he stay on the internet. I don't coincide with all that. You know what I'm saying? I coincide with the morals and the shit that, listen, I know the community is tired of these rappers. They're tired of these gangsters. That's what he's saying. He got more people that's on his side with that narrative than, he talking about somebody snitching or somebody. Yeah, but for the most part, our community is rolling with him when they're tired of that shit, bro.
That's a fact. I am too.
Yeah, no,
So
absolutely.
let that
I
be
mean,
it.
there's been plenty of episodes people can look back where I've specifically said like,
You know,
like
with
I
the
don't
drill.
fuck with drill music. I'm not cool with this shit. I talk about how Von's like a super respected rapper and people love Von, but he was literally a fucking serial killer.
Okay,
You know,
Trap Lord Ross. Good.
But this is why I
it's
say
facts, though.
it's way before then. It was in our culture the whole time. We just didn't realize it. We were just talking about we say Nino Brown. Nino Brown held a little girl up when they were shooting at him, bro. That's immoral shit that went right over our head. But
Went right
it's
over.
in our culture. It's in our music. But we don't say, hold on, Nino Brown was a scumbag.
He
We
was a
don't
piece
say
of
that.
shit. I hated him.
He was
in
a
that movie. I
scumbag.
hated
I
him.
hated him at the end because he ratted everybody out.
But there is a difference.
Everybody
though.
mad at him about that, Bush. Everybody mad at him about the rat and shit. But fuck the rat.
I know.
He held
That's
that
how-
little girl up, bro.
I
That was
agree.
weird. That was
Yeah.
weird.
But
We
that's
should've
actually
stopped the
that's
movie.
happened
Like,
in real
hold up.
life though. That shit happens in real life. But
Exactly.
the thing is, we actually had a conversation about this once on another show. We had this similar conversation talking about how it's great right now with podcasts to be able to see rappers from the 90s and the early 2000s who are now You know, they had beef on wax, but now they're getting together. They're doing podcasts. They're having great conversations. We're getting inside knowledge about things that went on in the game, and this, that, the third. But they had serious beef, but they kept it on wax. And then I made the comment about how in 20, 30 years from now, the kids that are in rap right now, they ain't going to be on no fucking podcast together. Never.
Now, let me add to this, B-Rad. Let me add to this. You are 100% right, but this is what I hate about the content and the culture. They act like because Sammy the Bull ratted, he ain't got great content and stories. I listen to them shits. Them shits is like movies.
That's a great point.
Of course. I just don't respect them.
They're like, oh, nah, he a rat. Nah, bro, he got experience. George the Iceman, he was a rat, but he got experience. Them stories is like movies.
Yeah, I watched the
Iceman. Of course. John Gotti still to this day is a hero in New York. I mean, the guys that came out of it that are still around in the mafia hate him because of this, that, the third. But like, there was a very big change and shift in New York after John Gotti left the street. Things changed.
He a 70-something-year-old man. They talking about, nah, he a rat. Bro.
They're look, if there's a mafia guy right now on the internet talking, he fucking ratted. And I love all their stories, but they all fucking ratted. But I'm not here to talk about the content of I'm talking about their online content, not the content of their character. They were fucking murderers. They were
whatever
thieves,
they did.
They were liars. They were rats. They were all that. I still want to hear the stories. It's fascinating, but I don't trust or respect any of them.
They watch First 48 all the time.
Great shit. Great stories.
But when you desensitize, too. You know, these monsters, whatever, they killers, all that. But if you got a name, I mean, like a following in this internet world, you desensitize them deaf and be able to talk about it like that. That's scumbag shit. That's not helping the earth. That's not helping the world. You know what I mean? As far as the way he's saying that, oh, look at your dead son. You can't talk to your dead son.
Okay. That's just crazy.
That's some, you know what I mean? Like, it's pushing an envelope that I'm saying is not helping the world. It's not helping nobody to get into that realm. It's where we going anyway. Everybody's losing their religion. Everybody's, you know, but he's one of the guys that when you say shit like that, the statement like that, now I'm gonna give it to him for making us bring up the topic, you know, and talk about it, create dialogue, but at the same time, at what risk? You feel me? This is fucked up. I don't like it.
He don't mean that at heart. It's the character. Don't engage with that character. He be on his live. Look, them same lives that he talk about Gilly, son. He be on them live talking about, I don't give a fuck about y'all watching. Why the fuck is y'all in here watching? His own fans, he tell them to shut up. He'll put the phone down and go away for hours and come back like, y'all dumbass motherfuckers still watching me?
That ain't shit.
Don't care. No, I'm trying to get you to understand what's going on, right? For the most part, the content that be going viral, he don't even care about. He like, why are you watching and listening to me as a grown man? That's the big question. That's the big question.
Because
that's the question your grandpa asked you. Why are you listening to that man?
Question. I hate that because what the fuck? We watch whatever the hell we want. It's entertainment. You on the internet. I can watch it and criticize and talk about it. I can watch it and not like you. So what?
Listen, don't take it to heart and don't idolize that shit. The way you can't. Oh, Charleston White said this. Why are you getting so emotional about what a man said on the internet?
Yeah, but the thing is Charleston White isn't necessarily playing a character. I understand what you're saying. Like, it's like bad guy wrestler. You know what I mean? The heel in wrestling. Like, he plays a bad guy, but that's just a role he plays as a wrestler. But then when they take off the fucking costume and they're in the locker room, they're all friends, most of them. You know what I mean? It's all good. Like, that's performance versus, you know, real life, and the two totally different people. Charleston White is the same asshole on the street as he is on the fucking internet. But the only difference is I guarantee you, if he was walking down the street with no bodyguard, without his fucking can of mace, and no gun and no police with him, and he bumped into Gilly on his own, he would never say that same exact shit to his face. I guarantee it. I guarantee you he wouldn't say that.
Charleston's a little crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
No, you know what? Charleston definitely is crazy, but you know what? He's been this same piece of shit forever, since before the internet was on, because he had his wife or girlfriend or whatever knocked his motherfucking eye out of his head for being a scumbag back in the day. So it's not like this guy just became like this. He's been
that happened when he was a child.
Yeah, no, he was an adult. He was married, and she fucking stabbed him in the fucking eyeball.
I heard about
you think he did? You think she did that because he was a good guy?
He told the story that happened when he was a little kid, and his mama he couldn't go outside and play with the rest of the kids because his eye was messed up, and that's why he kind of developed some of these intricacies. He told the story about how it happened when he was a child.
Oh,
I heard he
poor
got brought in on
baby.
a stretcher and that his wife or his woman at the time
Nah.
was like stabbed him in the eye. That's the story I heard.
You said 2 words. You said 2 words that don't have validation. I heard.
Yeah, you
No,
right.
I mean he was telling the story. It was him. It came from his mouth.
You
I
right.
mean,
He tell a lot
I
of
could be
stories.
wrong, but that's what I heard. That's what I heard
He
him
say
say.
a lot of shit on the internet. He say he R-word people. He say he do this.
Yeah,
he
he
do
did
that.
say that.
Okay, so don't get caught up and listen. Some
No,
people
no,
be
but that
lost
was
in
a
the sauce.
soundbite. I actually listened to the whole conversation, and he was describing a situation. He wasn't actually saying what he did. He was talking about somebody else, but like they just clipped that. I wound up watching the whole thing because I heard that and got crazy mad about it. And then I looked into it, and it was taken out of context, that clip.
Okay, now listen. Now
Because there's
what
no
Charleston
statute
White
of
said,
limitations on rape.
I want everybody to enter their favorite rapper after you talk about Charleston White, so I can find an immoral lyric on your favorite rapper and that you sit there and go like this too. Okay, so
Not a
let's stop
problem.
that.
No, of course.
Because
But again,
Bush
that's
brought it up last week about how Biggie said throw the baby off the John. It was like, hold on.
Biggie said niggas
but
press the luck
that's
and they
shock
get a
value in entertainment.
beef. But wait
That's
a minute.
shock value in entertainment.
Yeah, I don't even know how he brought that up. He know better than that. Talking about the rappers.
Sylvester Stallone didn't kill 135 people in real life, but he did
You
it in
are
Rambo.
stupid.
No, he did say that though. He did say that. You feel
He
me?
said that, bro.
Did he? But Biggie said, "Ends press they luck in, they get a B effing straight up that, straight up the ass, raw dog with the."
And we
Styles P is my
look,
favorite
and look,
rapper,
we
and
so
he-
fucked up, right? We sitting there like this.
Yeah, I was telling my big brothers,
Oh,
like, you had me listening to the niggas press they luck.
Did he say press a luckin' and get a what? Oh no,
And he
Styles is
also
my favorite
said-
rapper. He has. I don't even think he has.
Oh, bro,
more than
don't let me go
5.
there with Styles.
He doesn't even have 5
Nah, we
fucking.
ain't going
I
there.
get money. I get money
love
freestyle.
That's my
I get
dude.
money remix. Listen
Yeah,
to what he
that's my
say
dude.
about
But
that.
everything he
Nah,
says
he a
is
gangster.
horrible. I'm not gonna lie, but I fucking love him. That's my favorite rapper. But again,
Okay,
these are
okay.
stories.
So
He's
have the
telling
same energy.
entertainment. It's entertainment purpose. This guy Charleston White is
That's
out
what
here
I'm
saying
saying.
crazy shit
It's-
to stir up problems, but people are really gonna get hurt over the shit he's talking.
This is
Like-
different.
B-Rad, that's the definition of hypocrisy. You said he said
No,
some foul
it ain't.
things, but you love him.
Yeah, but it's entertainment. It's entertainment.
Okay, it's entertainment what he's saying because
No.
he's on the internet saying it.
Going at a
Yeah,
specific.
but
Okay, listen. Look,
I
before
understand.
this lead me, I want to say this. I just want to say this. This is where I come from, right? Everybody getting outraged about what somebody say online is playing into the feelings and being brittle. I come from what did he do to you? Fuck what he said. What did he do to you?
Nothing,
No, but
of
we-
course. And entertainment,
okay.
you're right. You're right. It is a form of entertainment. It's a different form of entertainment. And you're right. There is hypocrisy in it. All I'm saying, though, is like, he's not playing a character. That's who he really is. Like,
Sticks and stones.
I don't
Sticks
like
and stones, B-Rad.
but like I said before,
B-Rad.
he may live a perfectly great life for the rest of his life and everything's fine, but he will one day be judged for his sins. And
We all
that's,
will. We
no
all
shit,
will.
no shit. But do you think you're going to be judged the same way he is? I
Okay,
doubt
let
it.
me say this. That's a great question, right? I could not say what he said and be just as much in trouble as he is when he gets there.
Of course,
Everybody's heart got to get weighed on against that feather, bro.
Of course. But when this
All
whole
right.
conversation started, I said I don't like him,
All
but
right.
I have agreed with a lot of things he said. I've liked
You
some of the
gotta-
things he said.
But
But
listen,
then
but if
he
you want to
does
get into
things
some
that I
deeper
just think
shit,
are foul. What?
but listen, I understand that that's a reflection of me, right?
Sure.
Okay, so to condemn him is to do what? Condemn who else?
Condemn yourself. Well, of course. And like I said from the get-go, like I said, I just personally don't like him, but he never did shit to me, and it's not my place to judge him. That's why I said he will be judged one day.
Okay,
but not
look,
by me.
do you got that? You got that crazy uncle who say and do fucked up shit, but you love him because that's your uncle.
Of course, everybody does. But I don't
Yeah,
love
guess
the
what?
next guy's
Guess what
uncle.
we
And that don't
did?
make it no better.
But guess
don't
what
make it
we
no
did
better.
do about our crazy uncle? We talked about him, and we said, that's wrong, and we discussed it to better our family, whatever else. That's what we do here. We discuss shit to better people. You know what I mean? To try to, we don't promote the fuck shit over here though. We can't. Nah, that right there is an envelope that he pushing. That's crazy when he taunting the man. You want me to play it again? Oh, your son.
Nah.
I'm just saying, there's a line. There's a line, and
There's-
it's entertainment, but there is a line. And
But listen,
by
we're
doing
not gonna
that,
throw
he
him to the
crossed the
wolves.
line that I personally don't.
I ain't gonna
fuck
throw
with
nobody to the wolves.
It's
'cause
not
that's
up
what
to
they
me. It
try
doesn't
do
matter. It's
here.
just my opinion. but it doesn't
But at
matter.
the same
It doesn't matter
time,
what I think or say. It doesn't matter.
we not rocking with that shit. It ain't no emotional thing. We not emotional, whatever. Yeah, I guess we are a little bit. I don't like Charleston that much either.
But he has done a lot of good things. He
But he's
has
smart,
done a
and I
lot of good
respect him.
things. He's worked.
Yeah.
He's worked with the police in good faith, and he's broken up child sex slave rings and shit in his hometown. Like he's done a lot of good things.
That outweigh a lot right there.
I'm saying that's actual.
Abolishing juvenile life without parole is like, whoa, shit.
I'm saying,
yeah, that
look,
was
you can say shit that's horrible and that's really bad and awful, but then you go out and do something that what you do definitely outweighs the shit you just said.
Nobody's perfect.
You know, so that's what I'm saying. There's things
I
that
just
I do
said
like.
that. What is he doing, and what is he doing to you?
No,
Your grandpa
I
would
said
say,
nothing. That's why I said I can't
tell
judge
me what he said to you. What did he do to
not
you?
a thing, and I agree with you.
Okay,
That's why
so
I said
move
I can't
along.
judge him. No, but
So
I'm saying
move
like I do
along.
appreciate the good things he's done too. I just think it's really, I just think it's just like really out of pocket to talk about someone's son like that. That's crazy. Like,
Yeah, I got a
line.
son. If you say something about
like,
my son,
it's something
to
I
that
personally wouldn't
capacity,
do.
If you say something about my son to that capacity, you're doing something to me. It affects me emotionally. It affects me probably almost physically. I'll be my stomach will probably till I get my hands on you.
And as much as I don't like him, I would never say some shit like that to him.
Well, if I was Gilly, and I'm sorry, but you know this, I'm Bush. If I was Gilly, there would be a major bag on your boy. Somebody he gonna get touched. Period.
I would kill him myself. If somebody said that to me about my child,
I'm
I'd kill him myself.
Yeah,
I'm on him.
He already is though. Listen, if somebody say something about the dead, you're not hurting me. You're hurting yourself. You could never hurt me by talking about my. You're the one that's hurting in order to be in a position to even say some shit like that. So you can't hurt me saying some hurtful shit about the dead. It's like, okay, you're weird. That don't hurt me.
Check this out.
I just don't understand how can he do good things like he has done, the good things that he has done. How can he do that? But then the same person go and say
that's what I'm trying to get to.
That.
B-Rad.
It's just for money.
Nobody perfect. His fans, his followers, they don't pinpoint his bullshit. They justify it, whatever else. I'm not perfect to where if I hear some shit about my son like that to that capacity, I'm on a mission to fucking meet the guy. He gonna smell my cologne or some shit like that. But nobody perfect, and Charleston White is not perfect, homie. I'm sorry to tell you, EST.
No.
You feel me?
No, I agree with you. It's a balance. It's right and wrong. No man is doing all right, and if he is, we need to question him. You know what I'm saying? But this is what I don't like. I don't like people taking stuff like this and applying this to his totality. No, because if that's the case, we're gonna wait to your situation and judge you off your totality, off your situation.
Of course, no. Look, this one thing does not define him as a man. I'm not saying that. That's why I brought up the good
but the
things
culture
he has
will.
done.
Okay, this goes right into the Diddy shit. We kind of need to I like what Slim Thug said. We kind of need to look at this right because the same thing that they're gonna use to take the big ones down, they're gonna use against you. They're gonna use against you.
1,000%. That's why
you're helping. Hold on, let me get this one part out. You're helping develop the system and the construct to do it by persecuting him.
1,000%. There's a perfect example of it. People hate Donald Trump, right? And what's going on with him right now with this? So do I. But I'm just saying, with this whole thing where they've been going after him, case after case after case, he keeps beating the cases, and then all of a sudden they want him to, take $465 million, and everybody's like, yeah, that's great, that's great. If they can railroad a former president billionaire, what the fuck can they do to us? Because if we allow it to happen to him, then it's not going to stop. And people are cheering right now. But what happens when it happens to somebody they like? Or somebody that
B-Rad. Thank you.
We can't allow this. That's why I love America, because we live in a place where we have fucking rules and laws, and it's not perfect, but they're written, and we're supposed to try to be better. But you can't support this corrupt, fucking illegal bullshit just because you don't like the guy.
That's true. But at the same time,
that's why America is great. That's why we're better than anybody else, because we actually have a free country. And right now they're taking away freedom. And like I said, if you can do it to a former president billionaire who's currently running for the presidency, it's obviously a witch hunt against the guy. What the fuck are they going to do to me?
Yeah, but don't blindly talk about Trump blindly like y'all do. Now, like I said, at the same time, nobody's perfect. You know what I mean? These powerful people, they have people that's on that they're followers, and that's not, which is not cool. I don't like that. You could follow, you could admire, you could follow somebody, but you got to recognize the bullshit that go down too. It ain't just all black and white. Oh, he's good.
No, hell no.
Okay,
Hell
and that's
no.
a good thing. And that's a good thing. Listen, I want my leader with some blood on his hands. Any pope who walking straight up and right, I'll be like, nah, I want my leader with some blood on his hands.
Yo, a world leader needs to be a
let me
fucking
say this, though.
businessman and a gangster too.
And listen, in order to be in leadership position, you have to be willing to get in front of the crowd and cut a head off just for convenience.
Yeah, you got to.
People don't understand shit like that. People don't understand shit like that.
Look at the people he's got to go against. He's got to go against guys like.
And I'm talking about for recreation. You have to say, listen, demonstration. Now, who next? Because this is how I'm rocking. Now, what's up?
Facts, because you're going to go up against people like North Korea and fucking Afghanistan and fucking Putin. You're going to go up against savages, and you can't be a fucking Boy Scout and go up against these people and protect our country.
No.
But I do not blindly ride for Trump, to be honest. I never really liked the guy on a personal level. I don't really like him. I think he's funny, but I acknowledge that he's a hell of a businessman, and that when he was in office, we did pretty well, and he didn't get us into any fights. We didn't get into any wars.
Hey, look, and I don't mix emotions and politics. That's how you get fucked up right there. I don't do the feelings and the politics. I deal with the statistics, the politics, strategic. Okay, so I can get the same results. But if I go in emotionally, I'm gonna get the same emotional result.
Absolutely.
Now we know, we seen it firsthand, but we caught up in emotional. Oh, I don't like because he said, bro, fuck what he said.
Yeah, what'd he do?
Yeah.
And I can remember he met with Ice Cube and helped Ice Cube kick that big three. People don't realize that.
Oh yeah,
he did a lot of business behind the scenes.
He went to
Listen,
North Korea.
he was a champion. He was a champion to black culture before he ever ran for presidency. And then all of a sudden, he announces that he's running for the presidency.
I would say
and all of
pop
a sudden he's a
culture, though,
racist.
not black culture. I would say pop culture. But
No,
you know what I mean?
Just in general, I'm just saying he was never. Nobody ever claimed that he was a racist until he ran for presidency.
Anybody who didn't like him, I ask you to ask yourself this: would Trump would have allowed a balloon to fly over our country for 5 days?
Oh, no, and when it happened, somebody would have had to answer for it.
That's a
Bottom line.
You know,
But
powerful
like
men.
EST said though, like anybody who follows like one side blindly is a fucking idiot.
Whenever I hear somebody talking too good about something, I ain't with it. I'm like, no, there's some bullshit involved. Come on, man.
Of course, but I'm not I like Trump to be our next president. I'm not a Republican or a Democrat.
I respect that.
I vote Working Families Party. Whoever's got the best idea,
look what I'm doing.
The one who should fucking go.
And look what I'm doing. I'm saying, look at the person who I like, Charleston White. He's flawed. I want y'all to see that. But don't get caught up in that, though. Don't get caught up in just that.
It's a bigger message.
And I acknowledge his actions speak louder than his words. It's just his words were pretty
some messages
foul.
are powerful beyond him. And then, like I said, he got the pulse of the community behind him. I see it, I feel it, pause, and I know what's going on.
Sure.
Come on.
And he may have said some horrible shit, but he didn't hurt anybody.
Yeah, we ain't on Trump like that. Even though if y'all want to, we could do a Trump segment because he's
no. I didn't want to bring it up. I was
talking about
Charleston White. That point about how we're letting this slip.
Well, we talking about, you know, we on a theme right now, influential, powerful people. Anyway, you know, Hov. I just put the picture of Jay-Z. You know, we're gonna get to Diddy and everything else, but at the same time, you know what I mean? Aaliyah was a young chick, you know. And even people say this is one of the reasons why the whole Rockefeller movement broke up and everything else. My thing is, you know, people follow people so blindly. Everybody knew about this situation with Hov. You know what I mean? Everybody know about his partner who's a federal agent, all this type of stuff. You feel me? And then he been dealing with Aaliyah when she was. Nobody mentioned that. He mentioned R. Kelly, who he had her when she was super young, whatever else. You mentioned even Dame Dash, but I don't really hear a lot of mentions about Hov. We was talking about, we're going to get into Diddy, but how back in the day before internet, you couldn't just, because the powerful people will shut it down. It's not going nowhere. You know what I mean? But now with the internet, is Diddy next? That's what I'm trying to get into. Is Diddy next? Like, is there a reason? Like, what do y'all think about that? I mean, not Diddy, Jay-Z. Like, we let him get away with some shit, y'all. Let's be honest here.
Well, Diddy's gonna rap. Diddy's gonna rat on him immediately. So let's just be honest about that. Whatever did happen will come out as soon as they slap the cuffs on Diddy and put him in that cell. As soon as that door clicks behind him, he's gonna start talking. So we'll know soon.
Earl Monroe, I miss you.
I'm with Earl. No, hold on. No, Earl, you wrong. Like that was kind of official, but she's not the sole reason. Your dude, Steve, I think the black dude with the bald head who was back, he said that it got to a certain point when time where Dame didn't grow up and Jay-Z wanted different things. He couldn't continue to move irate and as childish as Dame was. But Dame had her first, and then Jay had her for a brief moment. You know what I'm saying? That's
he said those are rumors. Come on, look at this picture. Is this a picture of Friends or whatever else? He said
nobody grabs the small of your back. Nobody grabs the small of your back.
Oh, I'm trying to say, homie, come on, Earl. You know I fuck with you.
Yeah, but what people forget, this picture was taken in the 90s. Okay, it was a different time. It was a different culture. Things were different. You can't apply what today's. I mean, granted, the laws were the laws. They always have been. It is what it is. I'm not saying it was right, but what I'm saying is we're applying today's culture and ethics and what matters to people today to something that happened 30 years ago. Like, you know, like times change. Cool. Granted, it was illegal. I'm just saying, though, like if it was that big of a deal then, it's not like people didn't know it was illegal. Nobody seemed to give a fuck about it back then. There was a lot of other things going on.
That's a good point. Because even
you can't turn around and look at shit that happened. You can't like hang people for what they did 30 years ago.
But we just trying to say this pattern is still going on. I doubt it. Hov been married a long time. And I'm just saying, and really my thing is he vulnerable right now after all this shit with Diddy, you know, like this nigga Hov, I think he's smarter than that, you know. And like you said, for example, remember Honeymooners? What was his famous line? One of these days, Alice. One of these days. Pow, right in the kisser. He talking about punching his wife in the mouth.
And people laughed and applauded, and he was talking about beating his wife, and that was okay.
What about Ricky and Lucy? Ricky used to black Lucy out right there. Bing bong.
What are you talking about? We couldn't even make a movie like Tropic Thunder these days. That was 10 years ago. You can't make that movie today.
Yeah,
you can't even make comedy movies anymore today.
That movie's hilarious, man.
That's what I'm saying. But you couldn't make that movie today. People would flip the fuck out.
What do you mean?
Different time.
What do you mean, you people? That was the best.
The movie's crazy.
Rodney, he had some balls to play in that part. What's his name? I forgot his name, but whatever.
Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr.
And this is a classic case. This is a classic case. He was a degenerate scumbag who got back on top, and we support him.
He made it back. He made it back. He's fucking Iron Man. He's like a hero. But yeah, he had
the complexion for the problem. Now,
okay, so
Earl said, we got pictures like this. Man, please. If I got a picture, I got pictures like that, but it was because I'm hitting the girl. I was hitting her or whatever. If there's pictures like that with me, like that with a girl, she was getting hit. That's the fact, whole fact. I don't got no pictures like that and no friend or homegirl or whatever else. Nah, hell no.
Who was the person who was in the back scenes who said that she was around? There was a couple stories how they seen her around him and all that. Like, it's some people who was vouching that she was around, bro. Now, I don't know how long, but
both of them. And who's the scumbag in this situation when you're dealing with? Because she was with Dame Dash first. Well, she was with. And tell you the truth, rest in peace to Liam. Respectfully, right now she would be considered. We be calling her whatever, you know, all kind of names. But she went from R. Kelly, well, she was a baby, young, granted, you know what I mean. And then she went to Hov, but that's what happens to the young mind when R. Kelly turned her brain out.
She was grown. She was grown
after dealing with R. Kelly, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And you know how brazen that he was on the album cover. I don't mean to laugh, man, but damn, bro, you got some balls, bro. Pause.
Age ain't nothing but a number.
So. That nigga like it like that. Like it sure don't. Like, bro, you
definitely different.
Hey, but look, I'm gonna say this, y'all. They did not convict him of the R word. They convicted him for transporting girls across state lines. That's it.
I doubt he was
doing they're gonna get,
but there was young girls, whatever. That's what everybody worried about and stuff.
Even in the culture mind, they think he convicted and locked up for rape of a young minor. No, he's not.
Yeah, but look at this. You also have crazy situations that people don't pay attention to and act like it's just fine and all right. Like, remember the movie Bad Boys when it opens up? I think it was Bad Boys 2 when it opens up and that dude's in the club and he ODs on ecstasy. And Johnny Tapia says, "Get this guy out of my club." And they throw the fucking guy who's ODing out in the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a girl dancing on a pole half naked. You know who that girl was?
Who was that?
It was fuck. The
Some
one
young
who's dating MGK right now. What's her name? I'm drawing a blank right now.
Taylor Swift? No.
MGK. She's her name.
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox, yeah. She was 15 years old in that movie.
Oh,
15 years old, but she's a sex symbol in the movie. She's smoking hot, half naked, dancing on a pole in the club. You know,
That's
like,
why I
but
believe
nobody had a problem with that.
Hollywood was dirty back in the day.
Always.
Dirty.
There was another girl. There's
dirty,
another
but-
famous woman who, like, her
I did
first
not know
movie, she
that.
was 15 years old. And,
That's
like,
crazy as
a
hell,
total
bro.
sex symbol in the movie. There was another girl, I definitely can't remember her name. She was
but
a
they've
star in
been
the
doing
80s.
it.
But she
that
did
dude-
Unity before she was even 18.
Hey, B-Rad, what's the old dude name who was producing that Nickelodeon stuff? What's his name?
Oh, yeah. He got,
Freak
I don't
Boy?
know his name, but he
And you know,
got
he had his hands around Amanda Bynes, and look how she threw it off now. It's like, yo, that's a direct
Yeah.
correlation, bro.
These kids
100%.
win. That's what they do.
100%. That shit
That's
can
not
ruin
these
lives.
kids' brains, man.
But the only thing is then you have these girls who are over 18, right? That like now, like with the whole Diddy thing, like you have these girls now that come out 20 years later and they, you know, they make these accusations or whatever. They, you know, they come out and say that this happened, that happened. And it's like,
Mhm.
you didn't say anything when it happened. And then you have people who are saying that like, oh, like they were forced to do this and forced to do that. Well, to be honest, like with the people that are saying that like men that are saying that they were forced into like gay sex with Diddy, he forced them. Okay, listen, if somebody puts a gun to your head and says you got to do this or I kill you, that's forced. Somebody puts a gun to your child's head and says do this or I kill your kid, that's forced. To say do this or I'm not putting out your record, that's not forced. That's a choice.
But,
You're
but
taking
look,
the money.
Well,
that's legal language, right?
Right,
Because
but what I'm saying, you're not forced.
No,
I'm
no.
not gonna put. I won't make you a star. You can go.
yeah,
you
but
can
we
go
were just
put
talking
out
about
with somebody
morals
else.
for the Charleston White situation. This is basically about having morals and some type of values about yourself. You know what I mean?
100%. But I'm just saying, you can't say that somebody forced you to do something when you weren't really
Well,
forced.
legal
to
talking,
specific
yeah,
language.
you can, because
Because
in
you can
court,
take but you can take that album and go to a different label, put it out, but you know that you're going to make
Come
more
on
money.
now.
if
Okay, how
Diddy
about this?
produces-
Watch this. The judge will say, listen, did you pick B-Rad up from there and walk him to the door? I said, yeah. He said,
That's
you
kidnapping.
kidnapped him.
Yeah, of course, because you moved me against my will. What I'm saying is, all I'm saying, I'm not saying it's right, and I
But
don't
you're
agree
talking
with
about
it.
a
I'm not
specific
agreeing with
situation.
it.
You're
I'm
talking
just
about a
saying-
record deal or whatever.
I'm
It could
talking
be
about-
No,
all
I'm talking
kinds.
about the language. The
I'm
language.
talking
They're
about
just gonna,
B-Rad. He had an
Right.
example
No,
about
exactly. But I'm saying the language on this time falls on the victim, and the reason I'm saying is if people are saying like, oh, like guys, males in the industry are saying like, Diddy forced me to have sex with me, forced me to do this, forced me to do that. It's like, no,
That's
he didn't
true.
put a gun to your head and make you do it. He told you if you don't do this, I'm not
That's
putting your
true.
album
That's
out.
true.
I'm not going to make you a star. That's not being forced. That's putting you to a choice. What do you care more about? Your self-respect and your morals or your money? Because they could easily go ahead and produce that album with a different label and put it out, but know that they ain't going to get no traction and they're not become famous. But they know if Diddy puts out their album, that they're going to be a fucking star. So
We
they
jumped the gun
chose
on the
to
Diddy
have
thing,
that
though, man.
sexual actions with him because they knew he was going to put the album out. If not, they could have walked out that door. Now,
Yeah,
if you
but
put
we
a gun
jumped
to
the
their
gun
head
on
and
the
said,
Diddy.
do this, that's forcing. The other
You
one
made
is
your
putting you
point.
to
You
a
made it
choice.
1,000 times. You made it.
sucks.
You made that point. But we jumped the gun. Before we get to Diddy, you see 50 Cent, the picture. Why is he acting like a bitch, a butthurt bitch, like he just found out his girl was a hoe? Come on now. Not even a hoe, but for real. Like,
You
come
just
on,
found out now.
Yeah, like you in a certain circle, you deal with a certain class of bras because you're a certain type of celebrity, and obviously, but when you picking from that picking, you know that these girls are getting the dick in, and you know, like, but why is he really so hurt? And now we see why 50 been on
Diddy
fucking
so
for
bad.
a long time
Because she went to the
knew his
ops.
car was getting banged up.
He went to the ops. That's why I hurt so bad. If it was anybody else, he would be able to pick on that person because they're not a Diddy.
Yeah,
He
but
went
how many
to the
songs
ops.
did he make about stealing somebody's girl, laughing in their face about it? Now it happens to him and he wants to cry like a little bitch. Like, come
Crying
on,
like
be
a
a man.
bitch. And then
No,
he
no,
said
no,
he
no, no.
trying to
What
get
he's doing, no, what he's doing is he's setting it up for legal because they're saying she was a sex worker. He gonna say, oh, let's
yeah,
let the
he's trying
judge
to
see
get
this.
custody of his son. Because you
Let's
know
let the
why?
judge see this.
And I heard from an inside source, he mad that his little light skinned pretty son be calling Diddy daddy.
Ooh.
Hey, it happens to the hey, it's
But
happened to the best of men, bro. It's happened
it
to the
does,
best
but
of men.
imagine I could imagine that boy met Diddy for sure. You know what I mean? And
Oh, I'm
and
sure.
50 brain
But
is like,
listen, it's not an X on him. It be them trying to run up on him and be like, look. If you ask me what Sierra did with Russell Wilson, you could have afforded that baby was 3-4 months old, bro. You had a Russell Wilson jersey on him. Like
yeah,
you
but
was ready to throw that baby on that man, bro. So that's a whole nother story, man.
50 acting like a bitch. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie.
but also with 50, we've seen it since day one. I mean, this is typical 50. This is what he does. He gets in the middle
Emotional.
of controversial shit and stirs it up and says whatever he's got to say to get traction and
No,
make
but
that
usually
money.
that's trolling. But this
gotta
is
stay relevant.
emotionally involved in this. He's
He's-
emotionally
He won the
involved.
war. He won
Absolutely.
the war. Let's keep it hot. He won the war. He know Diddy going through it. He like, yeah, it's over for
He won
you.
the war.
He's grandstanding now. He's
Yeah,
grandstanding,
he
but
won the
also
war. You're right.
he's gonna make money. He's drawing more
But at
attraction.
the
Like
same
his
time,
music ain't hitting no more. He made Power and all that, so he already
he's getting
did
a lot of
that.
money.
You know, he like
And
you
Diddy
can make
messing
a
with his
new
baby
show, but
mama
he
is
already
not an
did
X
that.
on him, bro. That's
It's
not a
not
knock on
an
him.
But I would have respected a real one to be quiet and be like, so what? My bitch, I knew she was, you know what I mean? And don't even say nothing. The way he been at Diddy's neck and let you know that he's affected.
Well, not only that, Diddy sits on the throne still. Diddy sits on the throne. Like when you think who like runs the rap world, like who's the biggest name in the rap world, like is Diddy. He's got his hands at everything. Like anything
right
he
now.
touches is gold.
Yeah, he the biggest
Well,
name
now he's
for
got
the
drama,
wrong
but I'm
reason.
just saying 50 doesn't like being in second place. So he's going to do anything he can to help that fall and then get paid.
We need to take it a little light on him, man. The Feds involved now, so I don't want to trample on no man while the Feds on him, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's immoral.
That's what I was about to get
Okay.
into. I swear I was holding my tongue because I'm gonna stand on that. Whenever police is on him, man. First of all, you know, like, come on, fall back from the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what pisses me off is, check it out. What really sucks is that the second somebody gets arrested or accused of a crime, everybody just says that like he's guilty.
Yeah, it's not innocent until proven guilty no more.
No,
right?
hell no. And we stand on that. Like
Okay,
innocent
right.
until proven guilty.
Right.
No, it's
Right.
guilty until you can prove your innocence if you got enough
Right.
money.
And we helping with that process by persecuting them by off alleged, you know,
Of
he's
course.
not convicted. It's
Of
allegations right now. We're helping, you know, convict him by doing this, and they know we're doing it. Look
Well,
what happened
no,
to
but
R. Kelly.
that's why I said this, because whether or not he did it, that's something that's going to have to be figured out. But I'm just saying, like, people are just assuming, like, they assume automatically if your house gets raided that you're guilty. It's like, yo, come on.
This the bigger conversation we need to start having with the youth, the men now, and bigger, you know, depending on what level you on. Listen, y'all, we gotta come smart now, bro. We gotta start protecting ourselves when it comes to dealing with certain things, and because the MO is for them this is the cash out, bro.
Let you get big and
So
crush.
we gotta start forming some defense. You know what I'm saying?
You know, we're not going to
Well,
talk about the shit that he's accused of right now. We just gonna go.
I'm not
into
talking
the
about the R stuff. I'm talking about as far as like, yeah, I ain't talking about the hard stuff. I'm talking about.
We report on news, really. We ain't doing no investigation here. We never investigated nothing. We predicted who's going to rat. We talked about the rats and everything else.
Absolutely.
We just report shit. Now, we really want to get into the whole thing with Diddy. It's like, it's so weird and strange and ironic. And I know this has been talked about a lot, but the list of bad boy artists and nobody, it seems like, yo, this dude is an ill motherfucker. Because nobody could get past. Once you get to that bad boy, nobody, you're not going past that. You're not going to get, unless you get your ass away. You feel me? And it's like, where there's smoke, there's fire. I don't know about all that other shit, but sorry, we doing the investigation and it's like looking bad for the boy. You know what I mean? I got a long list of shit and everybody know, but at the same time, come on, man, this shit, come on, man. How the hell did Black Rob die like that with no help? Like, come on, man. Craig Mack,
Yeah,
how
at
did
what,
he just die
54
like
years
that?
old, just drops for no
Yeah.
reason.
Hold up. Nah, Bush. Nah.
Yeah. Now
No,
keep going with the
There's
list.
plenty of
The
record
list gets
labels.
deep.
There's
What
plenty of
you
record
mean?
labels who don't do good
couldn't
by their
help that,
artists, and
Rob?
we still support them people.
What you
It's
mean?
not their job to be their daddy, bro.
No. But my point is, why did nobody get past Bad Boy and go on to just be a big ass bad boy, rich bad boy artist? Not
Answer
one.
me
That's
this.
not.
Answer me
That's
this.
not true. That's not true.
G-Dep,
Answer me this.
Loon, Mace,
Answer me this. Check it out. Check it
Nick
out.
in the Band,
Anybody who signed with Bad
Shine.
Boy became a megastar. They became megastars. How come not one Bad Boy artist is a millionaire? Not one.
It is. What are you talking about? You
Who?
got the Lots are millionaires.
They not
didn't-
bad boy artists.
No,
they left.
no.
They not bad boy artists.
Nah,
by
they
no
were
means.
bad boy
They're the
artists,
only
bro.
ones who they're the only ones who left and were successful after. What I'm saying
But
is,
they were bad boy artists, right?
but they didn't get millions when they
Okay.
worked with Bad Boy. They
No,
got
they got.
Wait a
Okay,
minute.
check this, right?
That's a
Check
bad
this. Back
example.
then, it was more so of listen. I'm gonna sign you. It's up to you to work it, bro. Whatever you make of your destiny. His job was to give you the opportunity. You can't put everything.
I
He can't give you the
understand that.
opportunity.
Yes, but
Okay,
anybody,
Pat-
check it out. Anybody who was signed with Bad Boy never became millionaires, but their competition
Ever.
on other labels became millionaires multiple times
Ever.
over.
Look at Rough Riders. Look at any other label. Name
None of them
all.
became rich.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
we
Besides the
made
Rough Riders,
Every other
name
label.
some artists on Bad Boy. And I'm approved. Look, I'm gonna get y'all. Name some artists on Bad Boy who didn't become millionaires. Just give me two
Oh yeah.
right
Oh
now.
no. You know
Are
who
you
became
serious?
a millionaire? Shine when he took the $1 million.
No. The ones who didn't. The ones who didn't.
You said the ones that didn't become
No, I said
millionaires?
You
the
said
only
Loon,
one.
right?
The
You said
only
Loon,
one who
right?
did.
I
You
got
said
a whole
Loon,
list
right?
right here. I could keep going.
Okay, then let me ask you this. You said Loon, right?
Yeah.
Now name me two Loon albums.
Oh,
I can't.
Well, Loon's
Okay,
first
so you don't even support it.
That's
You
one
don't
person.
even support
That's
it.
one person. I'm just saying nobody.
No, it's plenty. Okay, give me number two. Who else?
What?
He said Mary J. Blige did okay.
Yeah, okay, Mary J did okay.
She wasn't Bad Boy for a long time. She was never Bad Boy. She was just managed under Uptown and Jodeci, you know what I mean, and all that.
But
Jodeci
also
was-
these people that didn't press a
Okay,
second
Craig
album,
Mack,
they
right?
probably
Craig,
had
no, we ain't gonna get away from that. Craig
No.
Mack, right? Name me two Craig Mack albums.
Yeah, but did Craig Mack have a choice of whether or not his
Don't
album got put
matter.
out, or did Diddy have a
You
choice?
see what I'm saying, though? But do you see what I'm saying, though?
No, but
Name
they
me
signed
two
a
platinum
contract that
singles.
says you make money on your second album, and then he never puts your second album out. You think
Name me
That
a
ain't
G-Dep
real
album. Name me
But
one
do you think-
G-Dep album.
But do you think these people didn't make music? You think they just stopped making music? No, he just
Let me
didn't
tell you
put it
something.
out. He didn't
Yeah,
put their
but look,
music out.
be right.
They
Look,
didn't-
if we talk about these artists, yeah, we can't name the album, but I could name you platinum singles from these artists. Not
Absolutely.
gold, not
From
not
being
other
from being
people. They got people that's not even gold and rich and doing their thing and famous and living life. Bad Boy, dude, they went platinum, Flavor in Your Ear, all kind of platinum. One of the biggest songs.
You know why?
Alone, I Need a Girl. He was rolling with
You
Diddy,
know-
all that type of shit.
Okay,
Never
all them get
platinum,
okay, but
not
listen.
gold.
No. This is the difference. They didn't go platinum by themselves. Each one of them incidences, they were standing by Diddy.
Craig Mack
Did you
went
do
No,
that?
that's,
But without
that's
Diddy.
what we're saying. That's what we're
Okay,
saying.
no.
Diddy-
What I'm telling you is that's what comes with him. That's not you doing that.
What
No
you
shit.
mean?
That's
I
what
don't
I'm
know.
saying. Everybody who signed with Bad Boy became mega superstars because
That's what I'm saying.
Diddy,
Yeah, but the
because
money. We ain't
Diddy
talking about the
made it
stardom.
that way. I'm not saying it didn't.
Yeah, we're not talking
Check it
about the
out.
stardom.
My
the fame.
favorite, my
No.
favorite rapper,
We ain't saying
my
the
favorite
same
rapper,
thing.
my favorite rapper
Alright,
is
what we-
Styles P. His best and most popular album and best-selling album was Gangster and Gentleman.
Gangsta and
That was
Gentleman, one of my
produced
favorite
and
albums.
that was produced, promoted, and sold by Bad Boy. Then he left after that. He never
That
had a
was
hit
his
album
biggest
after
album.
that.
Me
He had tons of
personally,
great music, but never had a hit album.
Me personally is Ghost in the Machine, but that's a whole different story. But listen, the rest of these people did not work themselves. If you can't get hot and stand without Diddy, he can't continue to make you hot. The same thing 50 Cent had, the same problem he had with
No, they
with Young
signed
Buck.
contracts they couldn't get out of. The Locks are the only ones who got separated. Everybody else couldn't
They
get out of
signed
the
a what?
contracts.
They signed a what?
contracts.
They were
signed
stuck in
contracts.
That's your
Right.
contract. You
But
signed.
they didn't stop making music. He just didn't put it out. So if you sign a contract that says you get paid on your second and third album, they
You know
drop
why?
one album and it's fire. They put the music together, but Diddy doesn't put it out or promote it.
You're
and it never
talking
comes out.
you're
He can't
talking
get paid.
hypotheticals,
They
bro.
can't-
You're talking hypotheticals. You
But
can't
what I'm saying is
name-
there's no millionaires off of Bad Boy except for Diddy.
You know why? Because you can't name a Loom album. You can't name a Craig Mack G Dep album. Who was watching? Who was looking for that shit? Besides the singles, standing next to Diddy. If
But
the
if Diddy
people don't
put it
support
out,
it,
if Diddy put it out, it would have made money.
no, bro. That's not business. That's not how business works. If you put a product out and it don't catch, I'm not putting the two out. If you can't stand alone, I'm not putting the whole project
Okay,
out
so how
by
do you
yourself.
explain Mace then? How do you explain Mace?
Yeah, but these people
Mace,
had,
okay, now
these
Mace,
people had
Mace,
gold
what,
records.
Mace,
Name
Mace
his
is the
album,
exception
Harlem World.
because he never stopped working and he's actually talented outside of Diddy.
Mace
That's
had to
totally
get away
different.
from him.
So
Mace
none of them
purposely
were
left
talented?
and got away
He
from
just
him on
signed him?
purpose.
Okay,
He
and
knew
he
dude was
kept
trifling.
working, and we knew his works outside of Diddy. Is what I'm saying. The rest of them people that you're naming, we don't know they works
We don't
outside
know
of
no
Diddy.
Mace work outside of Diddy besides him.
Yeah,
being a
Welcome
rapper,
Back, the
and
whole
now he's
Welcome
on the
Back.
show.
Nah,
That was
past the
lame.
base,
Nobody
he didn't
remember
sell
that shit.
shit.
Welcome Back.
Nah,
Well,
it's outside of them. Nah, you know what? I give you that, Bush. Cause you know what? You're right. Because I'm tired of people acting like he had some run without Diddy.
Yeah,
This whole
man.
shit was Diddy.
He didn't. He
He didn't
didn't.
have shit
whole
without
shit
being
was
the
good.
biggest
And on
artist
top of
in
that,
the
check it
game.
out. Biggie Small's mother had to fight for like 20 years just to get like royalties for one or two songs. Diddy kept
That's
all
your-
the
that's
royalties
your
on
fault.
Biggie's shit.
That's your business.
And that, but yeah, it's all their business, of course. But we talking about where there's smoke, there's fire. Diddy ain't the guy, and then now shit like this open your eyes to all the others, and you like, wait a minute, this nigga's like the
Nah,
devil. Let me
man.
stop. I ain't gonna go into that, but
man.
All I'm saying
Man.
is it's just wild that he had all these people that signed with him became megastars, yet not one of them touched a mill. That's crazy.
Earl.
That's all I'm saying. They're
Earl,
megastars. They're household names, but they didn't get a mill. But their competition, who were not as good as them on other labels, made millions multiple times over.
See, but listen, if they're only household names because you're standing next to me, I don't owe you no million.
I'm
until
not
you-
saying it's not because of Diddy. Of course it is. That's why they signed
Okay,
with Bad Boy. Bad
okay,
Boy
so
was a
that-
machine.
That's context. That's
I'm just
context. If
saying
you
that's
can't be a household
scumbag
name
shit.
without me,
I'm just
what
saying
do I
that's
owe you?
I'm just saying all that money, that's scumbag shit. When the Locks signed a contract when they were broke as fuck and they signed a 99% royalties go to Bad Boy and they get 1%. That 1% was
fucked Diddy over,
$75,000,
he
and the most they ever had was 2 nickels to rub together. They
If
were
you
kids.
piss
They
Diddy
took the
off, he
75,
cussed you. That's what I'm
but
getting
they got
from it.
fucked. And
Listen,
he
I would have to see the book.
knowingly took advantage of people. He smiled in their face and he picked their pocket at the same time.
I
He's
can't
not a
watch
good
no
dude.
man pocket. I would have to see the books to know he did somebody wrong. This,
What do you
and
mean?
that. A lot of
You've
a lot-
heard
a lot-
Jadakiss tell the exact
That's
exactly
one
what
story.
happened.
Raping you records. That they
Okay,
were-
now listen. Did that stop anybody from running and going signing with him?
But he was dealing with kids from the ghetto who never had shit.
Nah,
He shows them
you say the
$75,000
but.
check and they'll
You
take
say
it.
but you ain't answer the question. Did
Well,
that
wait,
stop
what was the
anybody
question?
from going to sign with him?
Nope.
Of course not, because they thought they were going to get
Okay.
rich. They thought they were going to get
Okay.
rich.
Okay. So it's
They
up to you
thought-
to work your shit. It ain't up to him to work it. He just provide the opportunity. Now
Yeah,
listen.
no, that
you
look,
ain't-
that's
you ain't-
business. That's business. If you sign
Okay,
a
so
contract and
you're
you're
not-
too dumb,
You're not
that's your fault.
guaranteed a million. But my thing is I can give you the opportunity to get it.
I'm
Man,
not
whatever.
saying. I'm saying, look,
Yeah,
if you
and
if
50
you
Cent
sign
said
a
the same
contract,
thing. They wanted him to hold his hand and walk him. He said, listen, why ain't you over here doing this and doing that? Why is it always based off the G Unit or the 50 Cent project? Why ain't you over here working your own candle? And majority of them do that. They want the people, the bigger, high ups, to work the candle, and you ain't out here
Yeah,
doing this, doing that, doing that.
this ain't no
No,
coincidence.
no, but
Yes,
look, I'm
And
not
look.
saying these people were geniuses for what they did.
Okay,
And
then let me
50,
give you this
50
point.
did the same shit. Check it out. 50 did the same shit. Fucking all his guys on G Unit, they in their contracts, it said that they all had to promote and wear all the G Unit clothing and G Unit sneakers. They didn't get paid $1 for doing those videos, for those commercials, for wearing that shit. It was in the contract. It was part of what they already got paid.
No.
Yes.
See, this is what I'm saying, B-Rad. You be deceptive when it comes to this, right? Because 50 said, I got them in a meeting. I told everybody to look at their feet, and they
And wear
wearing
the sneakers,
Nikes
and they
and
were wearing
Reebok.
Gucci,
Nah,
Prada,
he
Louis.
want to beat me to the point.
I
'cause
know, I
he
saw
tried to beat
that.
me to the point because you know what I'm saying, right?
I
They
know.
will-
No,
they-
I
Okay, so that's you're making contradicting statements.
You're
then.
saying what I was saying. You're saying exactly what I
No,
was
I'm
saying.
not. I'm not saying what you're saying. I'm not saying.
I'm not
You're saying
talking
they
about-
did them wrong because it was in the contract for them to get money for wearing this
I
shit.
didn't know. That's not what I said. What I said, I'm not talking about when they were out hanging out not wearing it. I'm talking about when they went and shot commercials and all that shit. They didn't get paid for the marketing and all that. It was part of their original contract that you're signed a G Unit, so you will market and you will shoot commercials. So they didn't get paid off of the G Unit sneakers and stuff like that because it was already part of their contract that they would
read the contract? Did you read the contract?
I listened to them talk about it. That's all I'm saying. I'm just
Okay,
saying
but
they
now listen.
signed the contract.
Now you talking about the part.
Wrong with it.
You're talking about the part where they said they were supposed to wear this shit. Is it anywhere in the contract where they said they were supposed to get?
No, I'm not.
Is it anywhere in the contract where it says they're supposed to get paid for wearing it?
No, what I'm saying is that they signed a contract knowing that what they signed, and if they didn't understand it, that's their fault. I'm not saying anything wrong about the situation, but what I'm saying is that they were supposed to, like, they didn't get paid to go and shoot a commercial for the sneakers or for the shirts.
And let me tell you why. Why would we pay you part of us not paying you, you're supposed to go and market your shit. And he said when I brought them in the meetings, they wasn't wearing the product.
I understand that. That's
so
not what I'm talking about.
Fuck a video shoot. You got the business model messed up.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. You and I are making the same point. You're misunderstanding what I'm saying. I'm just saying that they signed a contract and weren't paying attention. They expected that they were going to get paid for going and making the sneaker commercial or for being in like the newspaper magazine ads where they're rocking the shit.
Okay,
they
so
were
let me ask you
expecting
this.
to get money off of it, but they didn't because they signed a contract.
If you expected to get paid, right, and we got a merchandise and we go to a meeting, why ain't you wearing the merchandise?
I agree. No, I agree 100%. 100%.
Okay.
I'm just saying they were bitching that they didn't get paid for the ads and magazines and shit, but they signed a contract. They just didn't fucking read it. It said you will rock this shit, and it didn't say you're going to get paid as per ad. You got paid, and now you're on a contract to rock that shit in the commercials and in the videos and all that. But I'm saying they were bitching about not getting paid. They didn't have a leg to stand on.
Hand, we getting off track. Y'all going back and forth, and that ain't even what we here to talk about. Like 50 Cent. Yeah, that was the good thing to bring up. But 50 Cent G Unit, Game is a millionaire. Tony Ayo doing his thing. Lloyd Banks, he still look good in the street. He got money. You feel me? Like even 50 made stars and money makers. Why at Diddy's case and B-Rad when you was talking about the celebrities or the executives like Harvey Weinstein or whatever that give a proposition to people and say, yeah, you can either do this or your movie don't come out or whatever else. You said they got a choice. But at the same time, when these powerful people are in a community, if you fuck with them, you get blackballed from all the other motherfuckers. So if Diddy ain't fucking with you, it's gonna be hard for you in the music industry back in the day.
If you cross them, you're fucked.
It ain't like a simple decision of when you got these kids who think they real artists or musicians who put their whole life on the line for their craft or whatever the fuck else. It ain't as simple as, oh, you can sign here or you can, you know what I mean? Suck my dick and sign here. I'm sorry.
No, agreed. 100%.
Like
100%. I'm not saying it's not simple. All I'm saying is, I'm just saying, but technically, they weren't forced. Were they left with any choice? Absolutely not. They had to do what they had to do. But I'm saying it was actually a choice. They could have walked away from it and go work at McDonald's. Obviously, no one's going to do that. But I'm saying he didn't put a gun to their head and force anybody. They did have a choice. Granted, they would have been fucked for life, so they took the option. But like, you can't complain about it now when you did have a choice. You could have just walked away. Would you be blackballed? Of course. Did he run the city? That's how it goes. But they knew what time it was. Like, he didn't put a gun to their head. Like, yeah, he could end their career, but that, again, he didn't have to give them a career in the first place. They could have signed with anybody else. They chose to sign with him.
That's true. And all this is alleged still, but I want to know more. I wonder about these pictures they said they found of artists in vulnerable positions and things like that.
Oh, you know he's got them.
House. Like who's in these what artists? Is
what I would like to know.
You feel me? Like
what's killing me with this whole thing is right. These allegations pop up on Diddy. Granted, there's been word going around him since the 90s. Like I said earlier, well, offline about
word about him being gay, but I never heard no word about no extra, no extra.
No,
stuff.
yeah, exactly. But now these allegations are coming out, and people are coming out. The one girl came out, his girlfriend for 10 years. She comes out, puts a case up against him. It went one day in court, and then she got a settlement. And now all of a sudden, all these other people are now popping up with allegations, this, that, the third. But what the one thing is okay, that's happening. Then now it's going to Jay-Z potentially, and so on and so forth. And this is looking like it's blowing up super quick, and we're getting all these names. How come we haven't gotten any of the names in the Epstein case, though? How come
exactly? That's not, yeah, exactly.
Where did that
Exactly.
go?
Fuck, exactly.
Put a
Exactly.
bomb.
Where did that go?
Yeah, let EST talk.
Nah. Fuck that. B-Rad got it. He just said it, bro. Fuck, like, he said what I was about to say, bro. Exactly.
It's
They're
crazy.
trying to divert. They're trying to divert. It's the old man. They're trying to divert, bro.
And to be honest,
What's up with that?
I mean, not to downplay what happened to any victims,
Allegedly.
potential or alleged victims, not to downplay.
But you know it's
anything
connected,
they've
right?
gone through. But who gives a fuck about rappers and music producers? On the other case, we're talking about fucking
No.
presidents,
We
statesmen, people who
losing
run
it.
the world.
We losing context though, right?
Yeah, bring it back.
Because Diddy is connected to the Epstein list.
No, I know that Jay-Z was on the plane and went
So
to the
that's
island,
why.
too.
So that's why they start looking further deep into it. I think anybody
Yeah.
on that list is getting investigated right now.
Oh no, they are. But what I'm saying is, we're hearing about this stuff with Diddy, and names are popping up, and this, that, the third. I'm just saying, like, from a mile high view at the situation, it's like, who cares about these fucking rappers and rap stars and this, that, the third, when the other situation is involving statesmen, presidents, CEOs, Fortune 500 company people. Like, these are people that run the fucking world, not the music industry. They're
That's
much
true.
bigger, more powerful people, and we ain't hearing shit about them. And it's been going on for fucking 10 years now.
Yeah, this is a
And
huge
Earl,
principle.
and
It's
Earl,
crazy.
is you still here, Earl? Yeah, the whole little Pop Lottie situation that
Oh,
happened.
yeah. I was about to address it. Go ahead, though.
Yeah,
But
that's
the
why he
people,
took
That was
the
after
people are
he
going
was-
to care more about this because it's pop culture, so they care
Hold
about
on,
this.
B-Rad. He was addressing the
Oh, I'm
comments.
sorry. Go ahead.
Now, I wasn't talking about pop culture. I was talking about a Pop Lottie situation happened with Mace. You know, somebody ended up getting life getting taken, and he ran off. And this is what I don't respect about Mace, because I heard him saying rap music is a devil. And if you talk about rap music, you're talking about the culture too.
That was
But you
Pastor
back
Mace
here
Day.
making money. You back here making millions, in the culture face, talking sports, and all this extra shit.
Yeah, I think he was
Right.
finessing.
Yeah, but I mean, he was just in it for the money. I mean, the whole thing, he became a preacher and this, that, the third. Yet he's driving a Benz.
Well,
Like,
I
come
think,
on.
I think because now on his new show they still call him murder. So he still,
Yeah, he went from Murder
he's still
Mace to
acknowledging
Pastor
that
Mace.
name. And the word murder, I'm sorry, you can't clean that up in no way. But yeah, Earl, he had that situation with Pop Lottie or whatever in Maine or whatever, but Baby Maine. At the same time, that was after he left Bad Boy though. That wasn't where he was on top of the world with Bad Boy. So it ain't like that ran him out. Because if he was with Bad Boy, he wouldn't give a damn about no little.
No, Bad Boy ain't got nothing to do with that. He's just talking about a situation that happened like outside of Bad Boy. Like, he had Harlem problems. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But that's when he left. But I think Earl was asking if that's why he left. He left or whatever. Nah, that was some Harlem.
Okay.
That was some street shit. And he was already done with Bad Boy by that time, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Well,
Yeah.
he wanted to get
He
away
stopped
because
talking
he
about Bad Boy.
knew what Puff was really about, and he tried to
I
separate. and
love
distance
Bad
himself.
Boy. I was raised off it. I'm sure B-Rad too, as East
Everybody
Coast
was.
boys. You know what I mean? But at the same time, this is very heartbreaking and whatever else. But it's in the news, and we gotta speak on it. They speak. You know, Diddy danced for us for years and years and years, smiling, happy, and that's why people are on his neck now, because that's how fucked up we are. You're like, look at, and subconsciously. Ain't nobody, you know. I'm sorry, we don't want nobody, but this is a news channel. But
I like Diddy.
America
I still like Diddy.
subconsciously
He
is
has
like,
not-
you danced in our face for all these years. Now look at you, motherfucker.
And guess what?
I like
guess
him, but I
what?
still do.
After
He
all
hasn't
this,
been convicted of anything. He hasn't been
after all this,
convicted of anything.
they'll still go to his house.
Tell you, I mean, the guy, Diddy is the fucking man. He's the man. He came from Harlem. His father was killed before what he was like 2 months old. His father was murdered. This kid came from the bottom, came from nothing. You know, worked for what's
All
his
people
name?
backs, right? All people backs, right?
He worked for Harrell. Oh, yeah, of course, but he's
Okay.
a grimy businessman.
Alright.
But that's business, and he had the sense and the smarts to do it.
Okay, so he
I'm
didn't
just-
do it.
I'm not knocking him. I'm not saying he's
It's
a
just a
bad guy. He's a
phenomenon that
cutthroat
nobody-
businessman. He did what he
Yeah.
had to do to get that way. He built himself. I fuck with him. I like him. I just hate that people are
Same way
convicting
every
the guy already,
corporation has.
and he hasn't even been to court yet. Like, they raid his house, and now everybody says he's guilty. I
Yeah,
hate
he's
that
convicted.
shit. I
He's
hate that
convicted
shit.
of everything. We say no Diddy now. It's a regular thing. He's already convicted. I'm sorry. That's just how it
It
goes.
don't look good for him, and he probably is very guilty. I'm just saying he hasn't been convicted in the court of
Not-
law yet. He's been
you know,
convicted in the court of the public.
And the
appeal.
worst part
I mean,
about it,
public
he's in,
eye.
he is in the Gatrix.
The what?
It's over. He in the Gatrix.
What's that?
The same shit Meek Mill in. The Gatrix is the gay matrix online. Once they
Oh,
start
yeah.
fucking with you,
Yeah.
it's over.
He's stuck in that. He's stuck
He's
in
stuck
that.
in the Gatrix, bro. It's over.
But like, imagine any other artist, you're not expecting, even gangster rap or whatever, the feds to rush your house because you're not really involved in no super Rico shit. So you're gonna have maybe a gun that ain't supposed to be there, maybe
Yep.
this, maybe that. So now the problem with him is, no matter what, he's gonna be charged with some shit. They found guns. in
Absolutely.
his
They're
house.
not going to waste all that time and money for nothing. You know what I mean?
He
And-
would,
but then
listen,
again,
he will put. My fault. Go ahead, be right.
they did this whole big thing for optics though. Like they looked like they were going in for fucking like like Pablo Escobar or some shit. That's what they made it look like. But like it was all done for optics because they're damning him in the public eye by doing this big show of force, running in to bust his drug mule, a fucking 25-year-old white kid. Are you fucking kidding me?
Really
Did he
shit.
need to get drugs off this kid? I imagine he could deal with some pretty high level people. He's getting a kid who looks like he goes to Coachella every year. Give me a break.
So fucked up how the feds could turn
I mean-
his drug habit because he rich. He probably bought a certain amount into trafficking. What they say, some crazy shit. You know what I mean? Come
They
on.
didn't bust him though. They stopped the plane and he had it on him. They searched him and they popped him. Right, boom. That was that.
That's
You know
true.
what I'm saying? But
The charge sound
Well, no,
crazy
they didn't
than
stop
what it
his
is.
plane. He sent his plane to it landed in an island somewhere, but he wasn't on it. He was still in Miami, but he sent his plane out. His plane went somewhere. They thought he was on it, but he wasn't.
whatever
Yes.
transportation that drug mule dude was in,
Oh, that situation. Yeah, that I don't know.
But
About.
let
I'm
me
just
say
saying
this, though.
they
Let me say
busted
this.
him.
he would prefer that they find drugs and guns because what they gonna smoke your boots on is the trafficking and the
Sex
sex
shit.
shit.
Mhm.
They're
Absolutely.
gonna smoke boots behind that, bro.
Oh,
I just-
100%.
They found some shit. They took all the computers out. They said I'm like, damn.
Yeah, that's
Imagine-
because he's gonna have hidden cameras and shit like that, just like Epstein did. He's gonna have hidden cameras in the house. He's got
Hard
see
drive.
what he did is when he had all these wild sex parties, which we've been hearing about for years.
Yeah, the
we've been
white
hearing about
parties,
this
all
stuff.
that. Yeah.
But for all that, he's got cameras in these rooms. He's got mega stars doing weird shit
Weird
that
shit.
they don't even know
Oh,
he's got.
There
But then
you
all of a
go.
sudden he needs to
There
work
it
a
is.
deal, and he calls him up. He's like, "Oh, by the way, remember when you piped out that 16-year-old girl back in '98?
Oh my
Yeah, I got
God.
the video, bro. You want to see it? Sign
That
that
brings me to the
contract
point.
now."
What Suge Knight said on his famous podcast, you know, he do the podcast from jail after Macy, you know what I mean? But he said he warned Diddy, he put out the message, Diddy, your life is in danger. And I think
Yeah.
that's why that gotta be why the vulnerable for the I don't know. Because if Diddy get rubbed off, does any of this come out? No. Do they investigate? You feel me? If Diddy
Oh no,
get
they
wiped out,
definitely
God
will.
forbid, will any information
Hey,
come
but
out?
look.
Like there is? Are they
You
just
know who the
gonna-
happiest person right now?
What's that? My bad.
You know who the happiest person right now?
I don't know who's happy in this situation. Who?
Gene Deal. You know he happy.
Oh, he's
Who?
loving. This is
Gene
a
Deal.
Puffy old bodyguard, Gene Deal. He got a
Oh,
podcast.
my God.
he's running
He's
his
basically
mouth.
based on Biggie and Puff and all that. He was Puffy's old bodyguard so he got inside information. You feel me?
He's
But
been at
like
this
I
for years, bro. So now he's looking like the person who was telling the truth the whole time.
said, yeah.
Oh, that's
At the same
look.
time,
When
he might be
people
on the
come
list.
out and say these
Able
things,
to-
people have been saying wild shit about Diddy forever, and people have been ignoring it. But like, look, like you said before, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Okay,
Like
I'm sorry to say it.
when people say
I'm not-
these things, I primarily tend to believe it. And then when you have a lot of people saying it, it's most likely going to be true. Plus, the industry is weird, man. We've been hearing nothing but crazy stuff about the rap industry,
Yeah.
about how they making
But this
people
is
do
what I want
weird
everybody
shit.
to understand, though. This is what I want everybody to understand. To think that the industry is not that, you're the weirdo.
You're the
You're
weirdo.
weird.
Yeah, hell yeah, of
Weirdo.
course, of
For
course.
sure.
Yeah.
And
Of course.
I got too much faith in the human race to think that all these people got together to make up this shit about somebody. I believe there's a small percentage, even
What
though
would be the point?
there's a small percentage of them,
Yeah.
but I got too much faith in the human race to think that they trying to crush a man for nothing and
Yeah.
coming out there blue. I know there's a couple of money gold diggers, but sorry,
Sure.
where there's smoke, there's fire, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's a few people looking for a payday. There's a few people that hate him and want revenge, but there's too many people saying this for it to be like
So
that.
many.
It's not
But
like all
this
these
is
people
what
are
we
just going to get
fucked up
together
at,
and
right?
lie.
Because he's a billionaire. This is for the love of money. This is what comes for the love of money. So
Well,
what
that's
do we
true.
what do we weird out about? Because if you had $1 billion, you would be freaked out in your own way. So don't like
Sure.
this is what comes with it.
Maybe the lawyer be able to, work a wiggle, but he got the same lawyer as Bill Cosby, and you know what happened to Bill Cosby. But at the same time, Bill Cosby got out, but he was facing some shit. But he
Yeah,
got
but
out.
bottom line is, if he's found guilty, which he most likely will be, but if he's found guilty, a few victims will get a small payout, whatever. They'll get a couple million, whatever they get. But you know who's going to get all the money? Uncle Sam. The government's going to take all
course.
that money from him,
Of
and
course.
that's it. And that's
In
it.
assets.
Yeah,
Fuck the cash. In the assets.
Oh
Yep.
man, Sheesh.
everything. I
Yeah.
mean, what do you think that house in LA goes for? Did you see the size of that thing? I mean, that alone.
You
But,
better get fire insurance too, bro. You better get fire insurance.
billions of dollars. But I mean, bottom line is, it looks really bad. We've been hearing weird shit about him for a long time, and everybody knew
Yeah, but
sooner or later
not
something
no
was going to
weird
happen.
shit. We've been hearing gay shit. I never heard no shit like this.
No, but I mean, we've been hearing stuff about how like Usher was there when he was a 14-year-old kid,
Oh,
and then he
okay.
slipped up in an interview. I mean, that's crazy. He was
That's
14 years
grooming.
old, and
That's
that's like
grooming.
he'd been on
I
some
don't
Michael
think he
Jackson
dealt with
type
none of
shit.
that. Usher was a star, and he was big. I don't think I can't. You feel me?
I'm not saying it happened. I'm just saying we've heard these kind of
I
things.
get what you're saying, B-Rad. It don't have to be the actual physical object, the stuff that happened, but it's the grooming process.
Exactly.
It's all
Setting
part of
it
the
up
grooming
for it.
process.
Setting it up
Alright.
for it.
Yeah.
He's been creating stars. So he went and got Mary J. Blige out the projects.
Yep.
He went
But that's
personally.
also what he did. He did
knows how to
scumbag shit. He
groom
took
a
advantage of
star,
people.
so is that wrong? You feel me? Justin Bieber lived with him. Is it wrong to find talent in a superstar and say, "Come on, let me," you know what I mean? Help you with
No.
this superstardom?
It's not
Oh,
wrong.
yeah,
It's not, as long as everything's legal, it's not wrong. It might be morally, it might not be cool. People might not agree with it, but if it's not illegal, then it is what it is. It's just, if he is doing illegal things, if he was being involved sexually with these people at, young ages, then that's crazy. I'm just saying, like, it don't look good right now, but I'm just not cool with the fact that, like, he's automatically guilty before he ever even stepped in a courtroom. But I mean,
listen, don't no grown man need to be with no 14, 15-year-old girl. Or
No
boy.
shit.
Like,
Agreed.
we work
Even
out. Fuck that, bro.
if
It's
you're
certain
raising him
things
up,
you
even if
do
you're
that.
raising him up as a talent, he doesn't need to be sleeping at your house.
Not
He can get
sleeping at
picked
the
up
house.
and go home.
Yeah,
You can rent him a hotel room.
You're right.
And where are his
Don't-
parents?
Don't. Like they try to hide behind working and we doing okay, but that ain't got nothing to do with you're a grown man and he's 13, 14, bro.
He doesn't need to be living with you and sleeping in your bed. He can have a handler with him at all times and then leave at the end of the day, go to his hotel room,
Right.
like that kind of shit.
It's a sad times for the East Coast, but we ain't gonna convict them, but we are gonna be covering it. Hey, B-Rad, did you notice is EST connection bad or is it me? Or is it
Nah, it seems to be
You've been
fine.
clear and good the whole time?
Yeah.
All right, so that must be my punk ass connection. I hope mine is good. But anyway, I think that was a really great show, man. We killed it.
Yeah, man. We covered
Nah,
it.
for real.
That's it.
We were all over the place. We had a lot of stuff going on. But yeah, no, definitely, it's been wild. But there is one thing I wanted to say after all of this is like so much different shit has been going on just this week alone, and it seems like every aspect of the population has like some major story going on with it. So like, we have like all this stuff that's going on in pop culture with the music business with Diddy and all that. You have the people worried about like trade and commerce with the whole bridge falling in Baltimore because that's blocking a port now for how many months till they fix it. That's one of the biggest ports on the East Coast, if not the biggest. It just seems like every section every faction of the population has some major story to focus on right now. And it just seems like when these things happen, there's always something else going on that they're trying to divert your attention from. So what's going on that we're not hearing about and not seeing? What are they hiding from us?
Coming back, conspiracies coming back.
Something's going on. I mean, look at.
Don't they remind you of Rome?
Well, look at the one story you're not hearing much about is this terror attack that took place in Russia, where 130 people got shot down and 180 people were injured, and apparently it was ISIS. But I mean, I don't even want to get into it. But
case that went on a stabbing rampage, and they tried to blame it on weed. I think it was some. I think they said he laced his weed was laced. He stabbed.
Oh, he killed like 8 people, right? That's crazy too.
Pulling up to the house.
Like that's major shit.
Your boy, when they try to give him the salt bath, John, and they come to find out he ain't had no salt bath in him. So why was he eat? That dude ain't have nothing in his system, but he was still eating that dude.
I know some people are mental snaps.
Right.
It happens.
I know this is gonna sound awful, but when I heard that when it was happening, like I heard it like as it was happening that day, I know this is gonna sound awful, but because I was younger, I was like, finally, the zombie apocalypse came. Now I get to see if I can actually survive this shit. Let's go.
You're a nut. Like I said, stay tuned. Conspiracies will return with B-Rad. But yeah, man, that was great. Shout out to everybody. Hopefully, Off the Line TV. It's his first time here. Hopefully, he subscribed and check back. But definitely shout out to Earl Monroe, one of our regulars. You feel me? And GT Massive. You know, he always been on the line too. Oh shit, Patricia Johnson. Good show. Appreciate the info and integrity.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks,
shout
Mom.
out to everybody up in the chat. We appreciate it. And I got to talk to a couple people and see what we can go on. Maybe we'll get another show specifically about what's going on in Haiti. Get some real information about it from somebody who grew up there and lives there and has family there.
That'd be good.
You know, find out what they don't tell you on the news. Find out the real story and what they think can be done to fix this situation.
Big facts. But anyway, like I said, please like, share, subscribe, and all that good shit.
Yeah,
and,
please do. Please do.
If you respect what we're saying and you respect the integrity, then fuck with us.
And if you don't, fuck off.
B-Rad, we good? I mean, EST, we good?
We good, man. We covered all the points, man. Y'all like us, subscribe. I appreciate it. That's it. Till next time.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Everybody take care. Be safe, gentlemen. It's another good one. Appreciate it. And we'll be back, real soon.